Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom. We are amidst kind of some heavy pressure today. We have good news, everyone. We have very good news. A lot of the individuals who pay attention to our program, you guys know we have VIPs. I want to let you know we have hit our pricing target amidst the fallout that you guys are witnessing in the market. We have hit pricing targets. Now, what does that mean? Guys, we have individuals in the VIP who have made drastic gains today, okay? As we look at the back door, let's check in with Dogecoin and Matic, okay? Matic is at the top. It's about doing the best. What I'll say is we've executed pricing targets. Individuals in the VIP have made phenomenal gains, both on Dogecoin, on Matic, on you name it, guys. If there's a pricing target, we're probably involved. Let's go ahead and look at some of the stories here. I mean, we have one individual who's taking the rest of the day off. Now, this is our exclusive VIP access, okay? The back door kind of access. Elon tweeted, we love this, guys. He says, diamond hands. He's got diamond hands. Phenomenal. We're happy to see that. Let's look at this, guys. God bless London Signal and Matic recovery. I gained 61% today. That's for Jay, okay? Jay is a fantastic example of what we're doing in the VIP. So very well done, Jay. Congratulations. We're very excited that you were able to do that. And guys, nice cars, nice interests, and just a beautiful example. Here to make good friends and trades. Let's go to work. That's the epitome of our VIP, guys. That's exactly what we want to do. That's exactly what can happen. And so, Jay, congratulations. You're you are the example this morning. I think you took the rest of the day off, I think is the way it worked. So it was phenomenal for you and for all of us to be able to experience that, to be able to see what you can do with a little bit of discipline, a little bit of, kind of, I won't say coaching, guys. It's not financial advice. As we look at these issues, guys, it's just particularly for the ones who have paid a lot of attention over the time to our channel. You know we use Fibonacci's. We use them heavily. What is a Fibonacci? A Fibonacci is a retracement tool. It gives us pricing targets. That is what it does, guys. It's a pricing tool. It works when the price goes down. So we don't like to see the price go down. We're not ever hoping for the price to go down. But I'll tell you what, today people capitalized out at huge gains. Like, I mean, guys, huge phenomenal gains. Let's take, for instance, our pricing targets, which we shared with our VIP. Now, from, let's say, the golden pocket. You guys that have been around the channel, you know, right? You know how we use the golden pocket. Guys, up 40%. I mean, bam, just within a period of very little time, the market maker cruising down. Guys, he's swooping down to pick you up, literally, and just delivers you at a higher price immediately. Now, that's the 618. We've been talking about hitting the 618. Whether or not we would be hitting the 618, we've been talking about that like strongly for a week. Hopefully, yes, be able to avoid it or not. Very much in play, this 26 cents. Okay, the 26.2, and you guys have seen me do this. If you see me do it once, you see me do it, at least half a dozen times now? Look at this. That's your golden pocket, guys. You just hit it. Now, what was the big effect here? Well, the market maker went down to get anyone who had a limit order there. Anyone who had a limit order at the golden pocket literally just made, guys, literally, if you just did it right on the money, right now you're up 58%. 58% right now. Anyone at all who has been listening to this show and has been seeing our pricing targets and said, wow, why don't I put a limit order in? Anyone who's done that. All right, so those of you who are looking to engage in trades like Jay literally made 61% today. That was in Matic, okay? In Doge. We've been talking about this on and on, right? So this is just, this is the nature. This is, people want to buy and hold. They want it to continue to go up. We understand that there's volatility in the market, okay? And when that volatility is there, we're ready to the strategy is to be ready to capitalize on it. 58%, that's a phenomenal gain. The day is over. Literally, like Jay, he's going home, guys. His whole day is over. He doesn't have any stress at all. He's followed the strategy. He's done what's required. This isn't not like an option situation. You think about it. He's not involved in options. He's going to get washed out. He's on a margin. We have examples like this every single day of different members in the VIP who are doing extremely well. We have 80 members in the VIP right now. Okay, so congratulations to all of you. Those of you who have been listening to me continue to say, and you may not like to hear it, but I'm going to continue to say it, even though you don't like to hear it, that we keep cash at the lower levels. We are heavyweight down towards the guys. It's a heavyweight double or triple down approach. What does that mean? You've heard it. You've heard it 1,000 times from me, possibly. What does that mean? We're fully prepared to execute orders along the lines of the pricing targets that we're given, guys. And let's go ahead and switch these pricing targets. And I just want you to understand, I can't put it any more directly than to show you some people who are making 50% today, while the rest of the market's falling apart, while everyone is abandoning ship. The ship is sinking. It's sunk. It's gone. No, people just entered in with heavier amounts of cash and just cleaned up. I guess what do you want to say? They knocked it out of the park. 50%, 60%. So, there is this approach that you can take where you have heavier exposure at the lower levels that we talk about all the time. For those of you who are holding, it looks like you've maintained relatively well. Okay? I know some people just want to hold. You're in a market. There's a lot of volatility. It's not comfortable to hold. We've been talking about wanting to avoid this 618. You've been talking about you did a good job, essentially till yesterday. You kind of put your boot in the ground and you fell out. That just happens, guys. Right? Bitcoin had some poor dynamics. Some poor dynamics with Elon. Right? So, that's what we're about, is having heavier cash stacked along the lower levels. That's just what we're about. That's what we're always about. We've been about that since we started the channel. You guys know that. So, and you don't need me to tell you how to trade either. That's one thing. As you appreciate my background, I appreciate all your backgrounds. Some of you are riskier. Some of you want it to go up. You're willing to lose what you have. You say, well, that's fine, London. We're going to go forward, and I'm just going to risk everything I have. That's the way I want to play the market. All right, I just hate to see people miss out, because we'll spend the rest of the day trying to coach people, into like being inspired about the market, right? And the deal is, the people who sat there and just kind of, okay, we're going to do this. That's what we're going to do. Kind of easy cheesy, no big deal. Here it is. God bless London's signal and Matic's recovery. I gained 61% today. That's Jay in the exclusive VIP access. So it's real. It's just not that complicated. But it becomes complicated when people don't want to receive kind of, it's like a wide receiver that won't put his hands up. Like, I'm throwing you a perfect spiral. Like, literally, I've got, a double pump, right? Straight line, perfect spiral at you. It's not too fast. It's nothing. It's just a perfect, nice, gentle, perfect spiral at you. And we have wide receivers that literally don't want to pick their hands up. And it's like, pick your hands up, pick your hands up, engage in a trade. You're in the market. It's almost free money, almost. And I'm not going to sell it like that. It's almost free money. But for the people who are up hyping, well, Bitcoin's going to 100,000, Bitcoin's going to $1 million, or this is going to $10 or $5, whatever it is. Okay. But there's really like this opportunity that exists, and something I've repeated, it's just a straight spiral pass. Just, if you pick your hands up, you're going to catch this ball, and it's worth 50% to you, right? Jay is another example. The day before, it was what? It was Nikia, who hit what? 10 grand. Had a $10,000 day, right? We've had some great people join, including Andrew. Andrew, nice to have you. Nice to have you in VIP. You guys who are good traders who understand this, you understand when things go down, people just made an incredible amount of money. Your day's over. Your day is over. You just cleared 50, 60%. Some of you cleared 70, 80%. The day's over. You don't need to go through the whole exposure at the higher levels right now. You just don't even need to have exposure to it. You can trade tomorrow. Nikai made 10 grand the other day. That's great, 2 days ago. Jay made 60%, today. Other individuals in here, 67, 60%, 70%. Boom, that's a great trade. That's a great trade. So we've been talking about these issues for a long time. I just reinforce, you cannot trade without limit orders, guys. You cannot watch the market. I mean, you can. Theoretically, you can, but how are you going to program up a trade? You're going to sit there and watch it and expect to interact with it? You have to live. You have to go eat. You have to be able to engage in life, right? So, a limit order, which we've covered extensively, is saying, I will buy this, whatever stock, this coin, etc., for this price and this quantity. That's it. Whenever it executes, it executes. Great. You can do that when you buy it. You can do that when you sell it. Program trades. So, if you guys are looking for a broker, it's not me. Financial advice, it's not me. Like, if you're looking for some strategy that makes sense, like, mathematically, you're going to find it here. And you're going to find people that are doing well, not on margin, not on options, not to get you washed out. I'll tell you, you go too risky, go too far into that, and you'll get washed out. And the major players will get washed out. You'll see it happen. It's too much, and you'll see people lost their house, people lost their their farm, their ranch, whatever it is. It's too heavy a betting. You don't need to do it when you can make 50%, when you make 60%, just by following basic pricing guidelines. Just basic pricing guidelines. The Fibonacci is a pricing tool. Very easy. Why is that? Because it gives us the prices, the entry prices. I always talk about being heavyweight, double and triple down into the lower levels, the lower price levels. These are target prices. So you need a limit order, essentially a capacity on your exchange to allow you to enter at this price with an increased amount of money per the strategy. It's a strategy that's used by some of the top traders in the world that have institutional trillion-dollar kind of cash. So that's what it's been developed from, in my standpoint. All it is essentially is in line with the demand curve, like supply and demand, business principles, economics. The lower the price, the more demand that you will have, okay? So as the price drops, you'll have more demand. I draw a triangle sometimes just to let you guys know. It's kind of representative of the fact you'll have more cash at lower levels. Right at the top levels, we don't have much demand. We kind of pepper it in right at these top levels, at the 23.6. As you get down into, let's say the 38.2, well, you probably double down that amount. As you get down further into, let's say the 50% retracement, well, you may triple that, triple down. And even that amount you might triple down into, let's say, the golden pocket, the 61.8 to the 65th percentile. That's what you hit today, the golden pocket. Again, I've been talking about it's structurally important. You nailed it today. Okay? So congratulations for those of you who held. It hasn't been all that dramatic because you've recovered quite a bit. Back to the kind of essential level you needed to. For those of you who have been willing to engage in price targeting, you've done phenomenally well. And I'll just bring up Jeremy. I want to say hello to Jeremy. I believe Jeremy is the individual in our VIP who's made a spreadsheet, okay, that includes the double, triple down approach, where all it is, guys, it's ensuring that you have some greater exposure at the lower levels. You have some cash. You have some reserves. You're not going to get washed out. We like the community a lot. We really like the community a lot, and we want you guys to be able to, to survive through this. And it's, the ones who are using the strategy, you're the ones that survive. And that's what I can just say. As a matter of fact, we just like the community. It's a nice group of people. You guys in the VIP, et cetera, and in Basecamp, you guys are great here. As we look at the VIP room, et cetera, it's nice. I mean, we really appreciate hearing about the stories of you guys. Essentially, you guys making money, right? We like hearing about you guys making money. That's nice when you guys are following a strategy and you're doing well like that. It's really impressive. I'll just say that. So, Concrete Hustle, what's up, brother? There should be a join button underneath. There's just a join button underneath, and right there next to subscribe, you can go ahead and hit the join button. And we'd love to have you. There's just it's a good group. It's not huge. We have 80 right now. We're trying to build 100, and we know we're going to build it. And when we build that, it's gonna be the right group. I'm going to say that. So we're excited. Today, if you don't see it, you may be on a cell phone. It needs to be on a PC, a desktop, per the terms of service of YouTube. So, we appreciate that, Lars. Shout out to Lars and to Shannon and to Andrew. Hey, Andrew, what's going on? And what you got? WowK, 8K at 0.218. I get in that dip thanks to you. Hey, WowK, what's up? What's going on? Let's talk about that with WowK. What'd you get into? Let's look at 0.2. Let me see where you're at. Let me reread this. 0.218. Okay. 0.218. Beautiful, huh? Beautifully done. You made some serious cash today. I don't know if you're holding that. You made some serious cash. You made WowK just made over 70%. Beautiful. Right now, probably up through 80. I don't know if you made 100% on your trade already. Very, very nicely done. Very nicely done. That's a beautiful day. That's enough to chalk up for the week. You almost made a 2x. I don't know exactly where you may have gotten out or what you chose to do, WowK. WowK is great VIP. Very well done. Very well done. Consistently, we're having days where we're outperforming the market. As we look at even Matic right now, we've been heavy on Matic, okay? What's at the top of the scoreboard? Now, everything's down. What's towards the top? Matic. Well, it's down about 10%. Right? What do we have? We've drawn out some Fibonacci's on this one. Same deal, guys. As you look at the lower levels, now Matic's an interesting case. We can discuss kind of how things have been postured with Matic here. Okay, Matic still looks like this. Okay, it's very interesting, right? Matic is very interesting. We entered into Matic, in terms of discussing it right here, up 230-odd%. If we measure this right now, from the 78 that we brought it to our folks at, you're up, you're up about 185%. Okay, yesterday we snapshot at 235%. So, beautiful recovery for Matic. Now, what happened? Well, he went down and he picked up everything essentially almost to the golden pocket, right? Yeah. So, we can get into drawing all of these. Typically, you're going to create kind of a bearish pattern. We've gotten into this where I'll just tell you, your trading style can affect, it can affect the market price. The market maker can come pick you up or not. If you have a lot of heavy orders stacked at the bottom, you can either be kind of finding a resistance level, or I say finding a support level, definitely support. If finding a support level and reachieving, or, essentially this is indicative of the fact that a lot of people have on Matic had orders stacked at the lower levels. That's in line with our philosophy here at the channel. You guys know that. Double or triple down. And this is back to the point of kind of like getting to the incipiency of the price action at zero, right? So that's just kind of where this is at. Huge gains made. All right, in Matic, people made up to depending upon guys, that's a 2x right there. People didn't get in earlier on. They didn't get the 2x. They just cleaned out. We talked last night, just so we know, we discussed in the VIP, we discussed the possibility of a pennant formation, possibility of some different ideals working out. Nothing really played out. We had perfect exit. We had a perfect exit yesterday. Perfect exit price. Okay, perfect. It was maximized. Your profit on yesterday's price action was perfect, guys. So congratulations to those of you who executed that. That's what a price target, right, for entry, a price target in terms of an exit. That's what we focus on. So it's you're doing the right things. It's whether or not you're maximizing, whether or not you're I don't know if you have the right platform. Some people may not have the right platform. So you definitely need to be able to execute limit orders, or you're going to be right there on your phone or right there on your computer. It's not going to be how would you say, conducive, I would say, to towards maximizing your returns. And that's the whole idea, to maximize your returns. So it's a down day. It's good to have a community. And now, guys, look, it's just interesting. DFNY is down only 9. Matic is down 11. Those are kind of the two mainstays, along with Dogecoin. We pay a lot of attention to Dogecoin. I mean, it's we really like the community. We really appreciate the leadership. Absolutely, we appreciate the leadership of Elon Musk. He's the one that's tweeting out, and he just has the kind of the charisma and the ability to do it. He's saying, what is it? He says diamond hands. Let's see if I have Doge. Where did it go? Let me make sure. There we go. Yeah, it's working its way up. It's not too bad. So it's a red day. Okay, that's fine. Look at the recovery in Matic. Look at that, guys. That's phenomenal. Right? Is it going to hit a new high soon? We'd love it, if it could. We were hoping maybe yesterday it might be able to do that. It failed its pattern formation. We were getting into kind of a pattern. We trade patterns. We trade all different types of things. So this was kind of like a bull pennant. We were hoping we would achieve a bull pennant, right? That's fine. We hit lower level fibs. People who have been watching the channel, you guys know how to draw a fib, right? You know how to draw a Fibonacci. You know how to come up with pricing targets. Like immediately, it starts going down. You're gonna be on the micro, gonna be on the macro. I don't even need to. I don't need to explain any of that to anybody that's been around the channel at all. It's just you guys know that. It's real smooth. It's real simple. So as we look at this, there's your bull pennant. It broke down. All right, it broke way down. All right. So people who were prepared on the macro for this, again, if you guys watch the channel, if you've been around on the macro for this, it's just. It's kind of the the end all solution of, well, where do you buy the dip? Essentially, you're going to get into where do you buy the dip? Flash crash AM. Think it will run past the 205 level. Sorry, late to class. What's up, Charlie? Nice to see you, Charlie. Sorry, late to class. Caught 13,000 shares of Matic at 135. Let me check again. 135. Boom. Boom. You see, that's our channel. That's what's going on. Charlie, you know what's up. I believe Texas in the house, right? Charlie, I think you're Texas. Loud and proud. What's up? Let's see what you got at 135. That's a standard result. Charlie, we were talking about the fact that we have, it's just phenomenal results today. Jay taking the rest of the day off. Look at this, enjoy my gains and let this craziness settle. God bless London and our group. You guys are the best. Charlie, it's nice to have you back, but he hit, look at this, God bless London Signals and Matic's recovery. I gained 61% today. So people making a huge amount of money. People making a 2X today. Great job. So let's talk about Charlie. Charlie's been around for a while. He's been, he's kind of been hit and miss. I haven't seen you recently. We've been wondering where you are. So maybe you've been hanging out in the background. Not sure what's been going on, but we haven't heard from you in a while. So it's nice to see you. You say hello, right? Let me see real quick. Let's see. And Charlie, what's up? Are you not yet? You're not a base camper, huh? Not a base camper or VIP? You can check me on that if I'm wrong, but I just did a quick search. I know you're around. You shout out when you can. I know you follow the channel because you're big into fibs, etc. So we'd love to have you in the. You got to join, brother. What's going on, Charlie? You got to join. You're in Texas, brother. You got this is Elon country. What you got? This is the channel, bro. We got 80 people. You can't be off the list. You have to join. Come on, man. You have to join. VIP, Charlie. I want to tell that to you because, and I don't mind. You're around for the action on the super chats, etc. But come on, man, you got more strength than that. We got a good crew. We'll profile them to you, but let's see what you made on your day. Charlie's been around. Are you VIP? Then that's just my list. Let me see what we got. Let's see what we got. I would not doubt if. What the heck, Charlie? Well, you know what? I would not doubt that my list is just wrong this morning from YouTube. Everything's been weird. I'm just going to say that because I know you've been around so much, like you're a mainstay. I wanted to see if I can bring the list up so you can actually look at it. Why would YouTube's, everything's been down. Everyone's been saying that, because I just did a search for you and you're not showing up. So I'm like, where is he? Can you check your membership and make sure that you're on? Because for some reason, YouTube's not showing you as active. Can you just check that real quickly? Because we all know you. VIP or whatnot, but also, are you in Twitter, right? We put you into the, I know, looking for, joined a month ago. Let me see. I just want to check this. Charlie making a huge gain today. Let's go ahead and measure out where he's at so that you guys understand. He got in at $1.35, right? $1.35, and he's currently up 56%. So he's been hanging on the channel. He knows the strategy. He knows how to work it. So nice 50% move. Very well done. 50% move. We'll work on that. That's nice. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I remember because we were working. I remember we were making some big trades with you and Matt S, et cetera, and Adam, and around Dogecoin when it was going up through its second level M pattern formation, right? Yeah. Everybody made a lot of money doing that. Yeah. It's good that we have references to kind of get back to, and we understand that. I'm just not seeing. I want to make sure your name is right because if we don't have it, I have to write YouTube. We all know you like the back of our hand. Everybody's like, yeah, that's Charlie. I just don't see it. I don't know why. Hold on. What do we got here? Now maybe, let's see. I think I figured out the problem here. I think we have more than one page. We might have more than one page now. It looks like we may have another member right here. Let me see what's going on and who. Welcome to base camp. There you go. I knew I wasn't wrong. You're in base camp now. Okay, we need you in VIP, bro. You got to be in VIP. You've been around base camp. We walked through base camp, didn't we? We built base camp around you. Your whole endeavor there. We built base camp around you, Charlie. Come on, man. That was back when Dogecoin. Let's look at Dogecoin. Where we were at in Doge. This is why we formed base camp. Was people like Charlie and everybody else and Adam and Matt back then. We were around this area here before this kind of replicated M pattern formation, right? And I'll get to your question in 1 second. But we were around this area here, and I just said, we're going to go up, right? Essentially, I wouldn't be surprised if we go up. So we decided to form base camp right here before we took this huge trajectory up. So that was really a nice endeavor. A lot of us, I mean, literally, we made so many trades during this. I mean, it was just people making huge amounts of money, having days of, you know, even in the down this down area, 60, 70%, just bam, bam, bam. So we did really well. So we know Charlie from that era. Where have you been, Charlie? Come on, man. We've been missing you. Now we have you as base camp. Be nice inverse head and shoulders to the upside. We'd like to see that. Let's get back to your question. You're talking about on Matic, of course. You got in. I know that you've been paying attention to the channel because you got into Matic, and we've been kind of front and foremost on Matic. So let's look. $1.35. Where are you at? 135. And if you get Charlie, we would like to give you the backdoor access. Let's see where we're at right now. You got all the way back up to, you could have capped out at about 70, 80%. Good job. Good work. Nice entry. You're at 52% right now. I mean, it would be pertinent, I mean, at what level you went in, how heavily you went in, and how much cash you just made. Because I'll just tell you, honestly, Matic has not been it has not represented. It's a good position, but it's not frustrated anyone on a lack of movement. The price action has been phenomenal. You know, so if you're looking at do you want to hold for a longer position, this and that, I'd say that's a risky. Could it work out? Sure, but I'd say it's a risky endeavor right now because the market is just as much as Bitcoin wants to floor it, and I mean down through the floor. You've just got different levels. It looks like Bitcoin may have actually hit its own 50% retracement and had some positive rebound effect to a degree, right? So maybe that'll kind of stick. It'll probably want to hit it on the line, okay, not just on the candles. So as we look at that kind of the market driver, you know, we're going to say, okay, yes, it already hit it. People are up on that move just now. They essentially broke straight down into that 50% retracement, the 32,437, but they have the 24,000 very easily. That golden pocket is just waiting there. I mean, the 50% retracement is there's nothing special about that. As we look at the golden pocket on Bitcoin, I mean, you have that 24,814 of the 22,000 just waiting. So I would just state there's nothing really special other than the this 200-day moving average. If it wants to respect that, it doesn't have to. You know, it can definitely tank down through that without a problem. So in terms of your position right now, I would just say, it's not financial advice at all. You're going to make your own moves, but you just cleared 50%, brother. I mean, that's phenomenal, right? Now you want it to go up. Everyone wants it to go up. What do we want, man? If you can clear 50% every other day, something like that, what's wrong with that? If you can play some pattern breakouts, if you can take advantage of the market and just, get in, get out, and go have a good rest of your day and not worry about, the problem is you'll catch yourself, well, it went up. I knew I should have held. Man, you just cranked in 50%. Like while the market is down, you just cranked in 50%. What's up, Jag? Nice to have you here. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so that's my deal is, yes, you're back up in the zone, but, you can rework your fibs at any point in time. You know, Charlie, like at any point in time on any level, on the micro, on the macro, you can rework this at any point in time. You can enjoy trading and spend 10, 15 minutes and reset back up exactly what you just did. If it's going to go to the upside, it's going to break out of a pattern, right? And we can almost say that. You're going to have some sort of pattern formation. We talked about that last night. So it's like, well, you don't want to be caught with, by surprise on the upside. Well, how are you going to be caught by any kind of surprise if essentially it's going to form some sort of a pattern? It's going to engage in some sort of behavior to let you know based on technical analysis that it's going somewhere, right? So it's not like, well, all of a sudden everyone got surprised and everyone it rarely does that. Normally we're right on it. Right, and that's why I like you in the VIP, because you just see. I mean, if you were around yesterday, it was just. I mean, it was here you go. This is what's going to happen. Here you go, and bam, there it happens. Everyone's up 40, 50%. So we had a great day yesterday. People who were around on the channel are having a great day today. 50%, 60%, 70%, taking the rest of the day off, kind of percent. Nice job here. Looking at Jay, 61%. Guys who work the Fibonacci's. What are Fibonacci's? They're pricing targets. It's real easy. We love them. We're not into, I'm not into getting washed out on options. I'm just not. So I would just say a great move. Like high five on the trade, Charlie. You did a great job. You've been around on the channel for a long time. So I'm glad to have you at base camp. Absolutely. And that's just representative of, of what goes on. Now, we drawn out the Fibonacci's on the entirety. People who've been around, like Charlie, he knows, what do? You do the micro and you do the macro. So he's done the macro. Good job. Very well done. Interesting on DeFi. DeFi is continuing to be interesting. Again, DeFi, anyone who's in DeFi, we've brought this up. DeFi has its own pricing targets. When I talk about pricing targets, every one of these levels in Fibonacci is a pricing target at which reasonably you would want to engage with more cash. You're welcome, Charlie. With more cash at lower levels. More demand as the price goes down. More demand as the price goes down. That just ensures that you're functioning as kind of a rational market participant, right? A rational market participant. If you don't behave rationally, you will get wiped out. You will get cleaned out of the market. All right. So there's just not a lot of sympathy on behalf of the people that run the market for people who want to buy high and sell low, or they want to, engage more cash at the upper levels, at the higher levels, and not and less money at the lower levels. It's just not going to work that way. And everyone wants kind of a panacea or a fix-all for right now. Everyone wants to know exactly what's going to happen, where are things going to go. I just tell you, we know that they're going to go in the direction of we have a really great group. We like our group. Our group is continuing to do well. People are finding kind of maybe some deficiencies. I'm looking, I read this morning, someone doesn't have limit orders. I'm like, how can you trade if you don't have limit orders? Some of the exchanges don't offer them. It's just crucial. Why would we go through pricing targets? I guess you kind of know where you can pick something up, but you have to watch the market that closely. That's a lot, guys. That's a lot to go through and say, well, I'm going to watch the market. I'm going to follow it every second of the day. You don't have to do that. We spend a lot of time because we have, members and users and subscribers all over the world. So we spend a lot of time throughout the day. Sometimes we'll stream for a while, right? And, that's to kind of accommodate everyone's schedule. But yesterday, clear pricing targets were achieved. Exit strategy was complete, absolutely. Like we achieved the trajectory. Those are like exit markers where it's good to take profits. Then we went through kind of a reaccumulation. We got into a nice pump last night. It was very interesting on Matic. It was very nice, right? Yeah. So right now, Charlie just made 50%. Jay, wakes us all up from VIP, 61%. Take the rest of the day off. Beautiful. Some of you guys just got involved, like Andrew, nice to have you. We have some, real tactical kind of people. Marcus, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Marcus, every single time I log in, when I get the exclusive VIP access, your picture's the number one on the, for some reason. I think you were one of the first ones that I signed up. So you're just front and center. We have Hawaii. What's going on, Ryan? Nice to have you. Right? We've got Gary. We've got Hector who's just signed up with the New York Institute of Finance. It's so fantastic for a certification in crypto. Just awesome. That's just information we have in our VIP. We have Sudo, Diamond Hands. Everyone excited, right? We have Lars. We just have a good group. We have Nikaya, $10,000 day 2 days ago. Beautiful. So, Joshua, love that, huh? Love that family. Just phenomenal. This is the group. Okay? All talking about what's the target. What's going on. Bitcoin dropped to 30. Just a real good group. Real sophisticated kind of kind of a tag team approach. Everybody getting involved and wanting to just attack the market. How are we going to benefit? How are we going to profit? What's the strategy? Where are we going? What are we doing? Right? It's the right kind of group. So I'm glad to have you guys. Very glad to have you guys and being able to strategize. And it's not a lot of weak hands. You talk about diamond hands. Elon came out with the diamond hands. And what's he say? What does he say? Tesla has diamond hands. Credit to our master of coin. He has filed with the SEC, right? Yeah, he's filed with the SEC. And they have changed their names, right? We all remember that now. Interesting. I would say maybe we have a little bit longer to go in this market somehow. Maybe there's some different plans to kind of fix things forward. I think that's kind of a good sign. Will it be without turbulence? No. I think there will be some turbulence, right? Can Matic pick up and do something impressive? It can. It certainly can. It's working very hard to try and do that. It's trying to be that market leader. Not easy, huh? A lot of pressure. Dogecoin. Let's take a look at Dogecoin. Yeah, it's recovered. Okay, kind of a flash crash, huh? Just a touchdown to the exact level that we've been talking about for a while, right? The golden pocket. So you guys, it's just when you look at it like this, you're like, how am I not paying more attention, right? Because what? When we draw out the Fibonacci, literally to the high, it's literally exactly what you hit. So there's no question as to whether or not what we're talking about is valid. It's exactly the level that you hit. So that's a nice job. Okay, that's nicely done. That's people being able to profit and enter into a great trade. 42% up right now. 42%. It's a good day. You just have to think it's a volatile market, but you expect volatility. You expect situations like this to reach your golden pocket, even on the macro. We've been talking about it for weeks. So that's very positive. As we look at Bitcoin, it's down to 37. It was just at 64. And Elon's sitting there saying, credit to our master of coin, we have diamond hands. Okay, that's strong, right? What's he gonna? It's gonna get down to 24,000. I bet you when it does, there are probably some orders there. If it cruises through here, it can cruise through here. Absolutely. If it wants to cruise down through here, it'll find one of these levels it wants to kind of behave. If you double or triple down, I bet you're gonna be probably covered. I mean, let me say this, in all likelihood, the odds are like in excess of like 90%. Okay. Now, whether or not you want 5% on your trade, or you want 10%, or you want 50%. No, we need 50% at this level. That's where things become, you need to exercise some rationale. If you're logical, you kind of exercise common sense, etc. Now, it's not that it's necessarily going down, but look at the trend. You have to obey the trend. Essentially, you have to you have to recognize the trend, right? It's your friend. That's what they say. So as we get in the micro of this, you can see, yeah, this was hit. And what did they make? Well, let's see. All right, so you're up 15%, from this specific fib level. Yeah, you hit it. You're up 15%. If you were to trade, just strictly trade, just to show you that the levels are kind of working, right? This may be a much smaller, amount here. This type of activity is concerning. Makes me think that we might achieve some positive price here, potentially. But if you triple down here, you may be okay. Maybe you entered into a stop loss here. There's some, different ideas in terms of your own trading that I don't go into all those specifics. I'm not real big into orchestrated trading. This is I give you the technicals. That's what I like to do. Bring the technicals to you. That's what I like to do. Because this higher level was just, it kind of hit, but kind of like, not really. It just disregarded that 200-day moving average. So that happens. That's why I say triple down. All right, triple. Okay, yeah. You start to understand it. Okay, triple down. Yeah, triple down. Like increase your exposure to a multiple at the level below you. Just mathematically, that's going to cover you. And I always say, do your own calculations. Mathematically, what do you need if it goes lower? If you don't want to stop loss out, a lot of people just stop loss out. Boom. Not a big deal. Not a big question. Protective stop losses. It's a part of technical analysis. Literally part of the definition of technical analysis. So. It's very kind of simple, as you look at things. It's like, okay, stop loss, no big deal. This one, 15%. These are just your target prices. It's what you can hope to gain. At least what your levels at which you can hope to have a return. Now, we just shout out to the VIP because you guys are getting it done, right? You guys are making it happen. You're sharing the charts. You're doing well. You guys are busy right now, and that's fantastic. That's very fantastic. You guys are just doing well. I mean, here we go. I'll take the rest of the day off, enjoy my gains, and let this craziness settle. God bless London and our group. You guys are the best. That is just awesome. Jay, that's why we're here. Nice cars, too. Is that the new Supra? I'm not sure. I like that. So, you guys have experienced a lot of gains with Matic. This is the time to kind of reinforce where we're at. Is we have a real good group. We have a real good group. I think we have the best group. You're not all, you're not all off into options. You're not over leveraged. You're commonsensical. You have some logic and some rationale, and you're just more than decent. So, it's nice to have a group like you. Now, this is Matic, huh? Beautifully well done. These are my pricing targets, huh? In and around here. We'd set those up. Nice. So yeah, this one was real. It's right in there. If you were a little more aggressive, and normally I'll set things up, and you guys will know. Well, you need to be a little more aggressive or a little more conservative. You want to play or you don't. So very nicely done on Matic. Very nice recovery right now. Like, you don't have anything to worry about if you're on the macro. Or essentially, guys, you're down maybe from last night's. I mean, it becomes anticlimactic, right? Unless you just want to pour out the entire, just pour it all out, just drain the pond, just drain the pond. If you're down 14% from where we were at last night, talking about this bull pennant. So that's a nice recovery, very nice recovery. Let's see, we were into one of these yesterday, weren't we? The inverse head and shoulders, right? We had fun with that. That was nice. That was in this area to kind of get back up and zoom through, thinking, well, maybe we'll get a new all-time high. Similar pattern here, similar framework here, and yeah, can it just go up there? Can it just, now that's a little bit of a tall order, right? Can it just make its way up to the $2.53? It's a tall order. It's got to break through that neckline. As you look at it's essentially, the head and shoulders pattern, the inverse head and shoulders. It's still under head and shoulders, but the neckline will give you a lot in terms of what you have to achieve to kind of get there. So you're going to have to form some kind of, the way to get there to where you've got a new all-time high. Okay, on Matic, as you guys are looking at this, the way to get there. Good morning, Kent. How's it going, brother? Check out Soul. He hit the golden pocket. Good, huh? Did you make some money? I hope you made some money, brother. That made me very happy if you did well and you hit that golden pocket. So as we look at Kent, VIP in the house, very nice to talk to you. As we look at the inverse head and shoulders, you can form some sort of a pennant here. You can form some sort of all right, there we go. Kent up 60%, my man. What's up? What's up, brother? Kent has been looking for that. Yes, sir. That makes me so happy, Kent. I know you've been looking for that. Way to go, brother. Very nicely done, huh? Kent's been looking for just like one of those trades. He's been telling me, like, I want to find one of those trades. Is the trade of the year or the trade of the this or that. That's the one, huh? That was at a lower level with more cash. Good job, Kent. Excellent job, huh? That is excellent. Good job. We also have Kent, just to let you know real quickly, Jay in the house here made 61% on Matic. He's just saying, God bless London Signals and Matic's recovery. I gained 61%. And then he's like, I'm just going to take the rest of the day off. I'm like, if you did it right, it's like the day's over, right? I mean, I guess you could make another trade. But now you're into a little bit different kind of, let's say you're organized a little bit differently. Your day's organized a little bit differently. Now you're not necessarily, you don't have to be involved if you've made a great trade. So I'm really happy for you guys who have done well. You've looked at your golden pockets, right? You've been hunting. We talk about, and it's time to hunt. And it's time to hunt, right? So we go on the hunt, towards the end of the night. We set up all of our indicators, etc. And again, you guys are good enough. You show me what you got. Like Kent, you and I have spent a lot of time on the phone, etc. Like, you're good enough. You understand the double, triple down approach. And now you understand why, huh? And everyone's like, no kidding. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. When Bitcoin, the market leader, looks like it's going to pour out on the entirety of the market, and that's our lead, kind of chariot in this whole battle. It's like, yeah, we need to be prepared for the alternative. We need to be cautious. So that's been nice, and it's nice to see you guys execute on that. So if we can formulate some sort of a pattern here, let's just look at, let's kind of expand away from, because I always say I don't like that the 5-minute, etc. We can get into, let's look at the RSI. The RSI got down in kind of deeply into that, huh? I don't mind looking at the RSI a bit on Matic because it's been pretty consistent. Deep dive, huh? Good recovery. Good recovery. It's wanting to fall into that head and shoulders. It's just going to depend on what the market maker wants to do. Like, honestly, it's going to depend on what he wants to do. I mean, as Bitcoin goes down, it's going to be nice to hit and quit. I want to tell you guys, as Bitcoin goes down, it's going to be nice to hit and quit. And the other opportunities that present themselves to us, if they present themselves to us at a 50 to 60% gain, you know, just wipe your hands and that's it for the day. We got that one done. What are we doing tomorrow? I don't know. I'm going to go play some, some hoops and this and that, and I guess I'll check in with the VIP access later on, and we'll see what's kind of cooking, what's going on. I'll see if any video pops up. I cut you guys a video, do something like that. Yeah. Right? Because 50 to 60%, that's a nice trade. Like, the rest of the market is losing, is hemorrhaging cash. You guys are making money. And it's not on options. Because I'll tell you, the guys on options, just listen to this, they'll make more money today. They will. You'll look at them and you'll want to start doing it. Just understand, everyone right now wants to go start doing options, right? Yeah, everyone's starting to think, oh, well, options are probably, we could have done this and this. As soon as you start thinking that, the dynamic has shifted. And the guys who are going to do well at options, they've been doing them for years. Years. That's the half-court shot that is in front of the stadium, for the contest, and no one can believe it. The guy hit it. Look at that. The guy hit it. The new guy who that's featured out of several thousands of people. Look, I made 2,000% today, or I made 400% today. That's the guy. Everyone's in the contest, and that's the guy down on the basketball floor. Like when they have the contest before the game starts, that's the one guy who hits it from half court. And maybe it's a situation. A lot of people are just, a lot of buckets going in. They're going to get washed out. They wind up losing a lot of money. Those exchanges are not giving away, I promise you, they're not giving away $2,000 to $5,000 to people and letting them keep it. I mean, do you think that sounds reasonable? Does that sound like a good business that people are involved in? We're going to get involved in Whitebit or this and that. No, guys, no. You're not going to get a free $4,000 bonus after you put in $10,000 or $20,000, whatever the amount is. On the collective, people are not keeping that money, right? You guys know that, right? On the collective, well, I just thought it was a bonus. How is that going to work? That doesn't work. No, people lose that money in options. So the people who make money in options, because right now everyone's thinking about, well, there's a lot of volatility, we can definitely do well. Yeah, the guys who do well in options have been doing it for years, most of them on the street. Even those guys, how do I know? I've hired those guys, like literally to work with my cash. And even they have drastically awful days. The best guy on the street has awful days. I'm talking about not even wanting to come talk to me kind of awful days. Best guy on the street. So yeah, don't think that you can go and just, hey, I'm gonna go load up and I'm gonna do this and that. And they're doing it. I saw them on the internet. Did you really? You saw them on the internet, huh? And they're doing it? Okay, great. Just understand, it's like that half court shot, guys. It's like the beginning of the Knicks are playing the Celtics, or whoever the Lakers are on. Well, live tonight, we got a special contest before the game starts. We're going to put a guy at half court and see if he wants to make the shot. Holy cow, the crowd goes wild. They made it, right? Because you're watching these shows and it's like, well, there's 6,000 people watching. We have to say there are 6,000 people watching this stream or whatever it is. Well, look at what this guy made. Just draw the analogy. That's about the likelihood that you're going to get involved in options. Remember that I said this, because if you go get involved in options and you're too heavy, you're going to get washed out. You're going to be absolute just airball. You're not going to hit anything. You're going to lose it all. I mean, it's just very easy to lose it all. Right now, you guys made good trades. I communicated with someone last night who knows Fibonacci's very well, member of the team here, right? A member of someone else has called it the team, so I like that. Someone I spoke to him at the New York Institute of Finance. I just described it. We got a YouTube station, this and that, and whatever else it is, and people join VIP. He's like, yeah, it sounds like you have a good team. I'm like, yeah, I like to, yeah, that's nice. You know, it's nice for you to say that. I appreciate that. So as we look at things, I wrote to someone last night who I knew was heavily involved in Matic, who had done well again. I was like, man, it's just kind of, you know, I got to tell you, it's like you kind of work too hard. You spend too much time with Matic to kind of not take profits. And big shout out, you know, he knows, we know. And then wham, it went down. I'm like, I don't know, you know. So I'm glad I said that to him. I haven't said that on the whole to everybody, but you know, as you guys are, I know you're all good enough to go program up your own trades. So that's nice. I know you're all out there pushing and searching and hunting, and different trades will make sense to you. Just understand that everyone else's results it's not necessarily going to reflect your own results. You know, it's a good time to learn if you're not, particularly if you're not involved with the right technology. If you don't have the limit orders, that's a big deal. So, you know, be careful if you don't have those limit orders. We have a nice group, and I appreciate the base campers. I appreciate the entirety of all the VIPs, and I just want it to be a real comfortable experience for everyone. Now, today seems like a horribly uncomfortable experience for anyone who's just holding. If we're all just holding, and we want to find, you know, whatever's going to appreciate in value, that's a different game. It's more suited, honestly. You know, yes, we've done well with that. You know, let's look back at just Matic. We can also look at Dogecoin. We'll look at Doge. Where did we put Doge? Right here. There we go. Yeah, Doge has performed well if you've just held it as well. You know, it's done well from this point in time. If you got in at 5 cents, we were real active in terms of, you know, exposure, et cetera. Even before then, a lot of friends, et cetera. We were talking about it at point, what is it, 007. So the situation is, it's done well if you've just held. It's gotten high. We're achieving lower highs and lower lows, right? Let's just look at it. We've gotten, you know, higher highs, higher lows. Now we're still at, like, kind of, you know, as we look at this, it's a lower high and a lower low. So, you know, we kind of have to, you know, do kind of a gut check. We really enjoy, you know, Dogecoin, but we have to look at, you know, it becomes a little bit, you know, we don't want to ignore what just happened in setting a lower low, because that means we didn't hit the pivot we tried to hit. It didn't turn into a reversal into a positive trend, right? So we have to recognize where we're at. And people who want to hold, well, that was a good recovery. But why don't you trade? Why don't you want to get into and just ask yourself, what's keeping you from doing that? Why didn't you make a 50% return right now based upon your entry price? Why haven't you made that? Why are you still holding on to something? Is it because maybe your position that you're at? Maybe you have a smaller position. Maybe you don't want to trade. Maybe the whole thing frightens you too much. Maybe you just want to learn. That's fine. That's okay. I'm not going to tell people to buy or sell or trade. I like that you guys are making your own moves. Some of you have hot hands. You got the hot hand today, brother. Enjoy it, right? It can last. You guys remember that movie Wall Street? I think it was Wall Street with Michael Douglas way back when. The guy was Mitch or whatever his name was, Butch or whatever his name was. The VP director of the firm there is like, enjoy it while it lasts. And he goes, because it never does, right? But with you guys, it can. It can if you exercise strategy. Kent's a good example. He's been looking for the right move. 60%. I know he's hyped. He's excited. You can do that again. You can do that again. It may take patience, but if you got a 60% hit, that's beautiful. And your story now is, Ken, while everything else is going down, you're that guy. That's alpha, brother. You got that straight. And I've spent session time with Kent. He's a great example of what alpha is. Alpha is the percentage by which you beat the market. Okay, that's the definition of alpha in the market, okay? It's not the alpha male. It's not the alpha, kind of the prime player. No, percentage by which you beat the market. Kent, you're an excellent example of alpha. I'm glad that we were able to spend some time in session. Thank you. Thank you for essentially everything. Thanks for being a VIP member. I appreciate that very much. And for kicking some tail, brother. That's the way to do it, huh? That is alpha. Also, and not just him, it's I love this. Ryan talking VIP family, VIP army. You got it straight, huh? It's just nice to see people hitting targets. You guys know how to draw your Fibonacci's. All I need to say, I don't need to draw them for you. I don't need to deliver them. That's what's so nice. All I need to say is we need to hit our targets. We got the micro and the macro. You guys get it, right? I mean, this is like, we don't need to go back to, essentially, we don't need to go back to like preschool. I mean, we're not, you get the Crayolas out. We're not there. You guys are very sophisticated. In 2 seconds, you have your limit orders ready. Boom. It's just you need to get that reinforcement from someone and from each other in the group collective that, no, this is what needs to get done. You need to receive that level of engagement. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here for you and you guys are here for each other and for me. Hector, my man, what's up, brother? Nice to have you. Hector, we're so glad that you're a VIP. Hector's a great example. Hector's going to be, guys, he's going to be certified from the New York Institute of Finance. That's just sweet, guys. That's just really nice. While you have, just look at this, the number one business guy, just dial into this for a second here. As you think what's kind of important, what's not important, the number one business guy in the world, right? I'm going to say that, guys. He's taking, he's going to create a multi-planetary, look at this, guys. You see Mars turning into Earth. Oh, like terraformation. Like, yeah. Okay, hello. You guys have noticed that on Elon Musk's? Yeah. Okay. So Mars into I see. He wants to become a multi-planetary species. Oh, nice, huh? Yeah. Nice work. What is he saying? Tesla has diamond hands. Credit to our master of coin. Fantastic. We've got the number one guy who's into this. Okay. On that kind of level. Maybe we're able to kind of gut through a little bit more of this. And we're not going to, I'm going to tell you, it's going to take the psyche of like a born winner. Because everyone else, you just wake up and you just think, and I know it too, it's like, well, everyone else is kind of, well, they're saying this, well, the market's down. Well, no, we're killing it, dudes. We have people hitting their pricing targets. If you don't know what a pricing target is, plug in to the community. Plug into Kent. Kent can teach you in probably 5 minutes. How about that, Kent? We spent a long time together, and he's like, "Whoa, hold on, London. That's not it, right?" But I did bring up this. I brought this up now. It's a big deal to learn. I'll say with the New York Institute of Finance. Let's go with that, okay? They have a program you can get into. I don't think it's as fun as dealing with probably someone like me or you guys or something. They have a program you can go through for probably a couple grand. You can get into it. I think it may cover some things that are a bit antiquated, I'll say that, in terms of what they would present on there. I think their cryptocurrency edition of learning and certification is probably very up to date and probably holds a lot of credibility. All right, and I also don't think that their approach on technical analysis is going to be very easy for the majority. I don't know. It's already a very heavy hitting, sophisticated crowd that gets into it. Okay, a lot of them iBanking, investment banking, etc. So it's just not. I'll say it's antiquated. It's kind of old. What do you call that? Not old school, but it's just very. There's a word for it. It's okay. But yeah, Hector has joined the. New York Institute of Finance. He's enrolled in the program, so he's going to be certified. We're going to have a certified member from New York Institute of Finance in crypto. So while Elon, as we take a step back, while Elon's talking about terraforming Mars and literally landing rockets perfectly and literally all this different stuff, I think I'll go. Yeah, I think I'll go with the group with Hector and Elon is kind of in charge of this. I think I'll continue to maintain some exposure while people are hitting 50 and 60 and 70% trades on a quote unquote bad day. While the rest of you can learn, well, how do you do that? Because there is some magic in it. You have to understand the idea of a pricing target. You have to know what a limit order is. It's just basic stuff. You don't buy high to sell low. Anyone who bought high over the last few days with, let's say, Matic, and sold low, just lost money, a lot of money. Anyone who did their fibs on the micro, let's say with the micro, the kind of the intermittent price action, or the macro here, had a huge day on Matic, guys. The week is over. I mean, again, 85% kind of day, nearly an 85% kind of day. So, I mean, yeah, these are just moves. They're not impossible. You can do them, right? I know you can do them. People are doing them. So, congratulations is the bottom line. And this is not a pie in the sky, style. It's not this, castle in the clouds. Well, maybe one day someone will get it. No, we have people who are involved that, to the extent that you are involved and you're using the right technology, right? And you understand what a limit order is. Everyone's able to say, I want to buy the dip. Everyone knows, yeah, okay, I want to buy high. And it's going to kind of, it's going to have kind of a springboard reaction to it. Yeah. So, that is what it is. I'm very excited you guys are doing well. It's the right kind of group, right? And on the macro, on serious events like this, what I would just recommend you consider is to maybe research whether or not you agree with just always drawing your fibs all the way back down to zero, just for a minute, just to give yourself kind of a maximum conservative pressure or an angle. Just draw that fib from the start, draw it all the way down to like zero. Look on the right-hand side. So, yeah, I want to just park this for 2 cents, 1 cent, and there we go, about at zero. 1 cent is fine. If you see my numbers change at all as well, this time I redrew it on a different time frame, and it's 1.6 cents. Well, now the other one is 1.3 cents. Whatever it is, if you see different figures for me, I'm on a different time frame. I've redrawn it, and I haven't zoomed in all the way to get it down to the microcent level. But this is, these are the pricing targets. We do them on the micro, meaning we have a micro frequency here, right? Initiation of the price trend. And we're up to the top, okay. The micro, right? And the macro. The entirety of the move with all the pricing targets on them. So that's what I mean when I say the micro, the most recent move to the upside, and that macro, the entirety of the pricing action. Now, we'll want to see somehow, guys, I don't know how it's literally even possible. I mean, at this point, we have to say, how is this possible that we're even able to have a decent discussion about something like Matic amidst all the chaos? I mean, it's almost like an illusion. At some point, you get into the fact it seems like it's kind of an illusion. Now, could it break down from here? It absolutely can. It absolutely can. Your trading day is pretty much over. You've made 50 or 60% if you've looked at having any kind of a real entry, a real strategic entry, unless you're just holding. And if you're holding on to the market like this, guys, I mean, it could be a rocket ride to the moon and difficult to hold on to, or it could literally be, just a meteor coming in, just a flaming meteor coming in. You pick, whether or not on the upside, it's going to be a lot of emotion involved. It's easier to hit your pricing targets. It's easier to come in and say, okay, cool. These are my pricing targets. This is what I want to do. I'm going to hook up on the fib. This is on my micro. Bam, right here. Those are my pricing targets. That's exactly why I draw it for the pricing targets. Involve myself more heavily on the downside of those. Then on the macro, I'm going to draw it from zero to the top. This is how you zero to the top. Great. What do I have? More pricing targets, more levels of engagement. Right? Very easy. Very easy. It couldn't be any easier, guys. We're looking for some secret formula, some crystal ball. We don't need it at all. All we need is a pricing tool to tell us when to get into the market. That's all we need, right? Everyone's like, that would make sense. What if I could give you a pricing tool that would tell you exactly where to get into the market? Everybody be like, hands down, I'm in it. Yeah, absolutely. If you can give me a pricing tool to show me where to get into the market, okay, fine. I'll give you $10,000. Depending on where I'm at, I'll give you $1,000. You would pay a lot of money depending upon what you're investing. If you're investing millions, you pay more than that. We have that. It's just, can we use it, right? We can. It's just the Fibonacci. That is your pricing tool. Bam. You have your prices. Easy. Done. Now you just know that you need to be involved more heavily at the lower levels. Some exposure is nice. At the top levels. Keep it enjoyable. Have fun with it. Right? Yeah. Now, it'll go through your mind, well, either one of two things. Well, to really experience some gains, I'm going to have to become a little bit more heavily involved at the top levels. You have to understand, I'm going to go all in. Well, if you go all in, you're going to get washed out. It's just, and do the math. Well, I only lost 10% on this one. Whew. Well, lose 10% and then 10% of 10% of 10%. I mean, get on into that, and it works out to where it's a little bit stressful, guys. It's nice to have some reserve cash. All I'm going to say. For those of you who don't want to park cash at the lower levels, just understand this. I would like to see people become millionaires, right? I would like to see you become millionaires if you're not already. Some of you may have a seven-figure position. Some of you may have more than that. And like, well, that sounds a little tacky that you would say. Well, yeah, I agree. But it's when someone looks at you and say, "Is that when you became a millionaire?" That's nice, huh? When someone said that to you, maybe a family member, maybe grandparents, or if God rest his soul, if they're not here or if they're still here, and they go ahead and they say, "Is that when you became a millionaire?" That's kind of it's kind of like an achievement. It's like I ran a 4.40 when I was in high school, and not me personally, of course, but it's one of those circumstances where. In terms of having the exposure at the lower levels, that's what it provides, right? Is the opportunity to become involved at these lower levels. All right, and if it were to go sideways for an extended period of time, you'd be like, I don't want to be involved in that. I'll tell you, it dries up it dries up for. Let's say it dries up for a year and a half. Ooh, okay. It's going to dry up for a year and a half. Oof, what are you going to do? I don't know. I guess we're going to go find another way to go make maybe between $5, $10, and $20 million. How about that? Okay, great. Let's start off right now. Let's get busy. We're going to use the next couple of years here, and let's go figure out a way to make maybe $5, $10, $20 million. We'll get started as soon as this cools off. How does that sound? Ooh, it may take a while to develop some business skills on that, right? Whereas in something that's cyclical like this, when the price does dip down, you can look at like really, really maximizing your returns. The people, I don't want, no one's interested in it. Then I don't really want to get involved in it. Everyone's out of it. The price is too low. It's just counterintuitive. It's going to pick back up, right? It's very cyclical. Crypto is very cyclical, right? So if you want to go start another business, well, we're going to go make our 10, 15, 20 million, we're starting up the business now. We're going to go get involved in that. That's fine. You can do both. But I would just say it's nice to think in terms of something that's going to multiply by, potentially, 100 or 200 and having some exposure down here and some cash available for it. Whatever level you're involved at the top, you have multiples of that. Okay, you have multiples of that at the lower levels. You just do. And if you don't, you're playing heavy. That's not how I play. I don't play like that. I don't. I don't think that's fun to play like that. If you guys are into that and you think it's fun and you're having a good time and you're having great results, hey, that's you guys are heavy hitting players. I don't want to lose you guys. I don't want you to go through the put that cash into the blender and I just don't want that to happen, and that can happen just like that, right? So, yeah, and I don't give financial advice. That's not my deal. Anyone who asks me for financial advice, I don't give that. I just don't. So, some of you are smart enough that you could actually go get your certifications, and you could actually do that. And maybe you can give me your advice after you get your certification. It sounds like if you guys are on that realm and that front, then I may want your advice. And I understand you asking for it. I'll say that. I understand you saying that because it's just kind of, yeah. Please advise, Look like is it going to rain outside? It turns into, are you Is it raining? Do I need an umbrella? It's almost that simple, right? When you say, can you just tell me, is it raining outside? So it looks like it's been raining outside, right? Yeah, it looks like it's been raining. Let's look at the Doge. Beautifully well done. It's all right. Now you have completed that level, but you haven't completed it on the line chart. All right? You want to know what to do? All right, you want to know, well, is it over? Is it going to bleed more? I just tell you, you haven't gotten to that level. You've gotten there on the candles, right? Yeah, but you haven't gotten there on the line chart. It'd be nice to see it on the line chart. It would be a big accomplishment for the price action. It doesn't have to occur, but if it were to occur, it would provide an excellent trading opportunity. It would provide an excellent opportunity, potentially, for people to make money. You understand? If it goes to this on the line chart, it may provide an excellent opportunity for people to make money. It might be an excellent trade. Well, we want to just hope and wish and magically have this go in the direction that we will it to go. That ain't the market, guys. That's just not the market. Price action goes up, price action goes down. Some things are beyond your control. It's just, crypto is not necessarily, it doesn't have the same reputation, at least, as like the stock market. And even that, we have some issues to discuss. Like the stock market over time, it does oscillate. But over time, with the volatility, it's still going to go up over time. That's what we believe about the stock market. That's what we've been trained to believe, right? 2008, it erased 10 years of market gains. That could occur again. So that's going to yield people to say, well, we have to buy low, sell high, right? And around 2008, that happened. That wasn't that long ago, 12, 13 years ago. So looking at a circumstance like that, we look at the same dynamic is not necessarily present in crypto, because you had 2018 or kind of a return to zero. You have 2020 to 21, and we may have another return to close to zero. We hope that it achieves some utility beyond that. We hope that with the involvement of like Elon, that with the plans that he has, et cetera, there may be some kind of mass exodus and mass hysteria going on, whatever it is with Bitcoin, et cetera. But we hope there's some kind of utility to it. If not, it appears to be cyclical enough to where we should be able to involve ourselves at the lower levels and capitalize off of the appreciation in price. It should be something very strategic we should look at, and like it's a cyclical kind of event. Yeah. So as we look at, let's look at Bitcoin, for instance, just quickly. If we go to the entirety of the price action, there we go. Look at this, 2000, and I have it on a fib. There we go. Let's draw this down. Now, what did you come back to here as you look at the entirety of this? This was you achieved, kind of heavy downward pricing action. You got back down to 4,000, right? Below 4,000. You went from, let's see the appreciation you achieved. This was September 2017. You went up, you went up, what was this? Over 200%. You had a nice appreciation in price. You brought it up to what was that? 13,678 or 71. I think it got up to like what did it get up to? Like there we go, like 18, something like that. Yeah, 19,000. Right. So that's a nice. That's why I had the fib drawn up. So it went from 18,000 down to what? 18,000 down to 3,500. That's a big drop. 18,000? 19,000? Huh. And it was like that for how long? After it dropped, if you were involved at the 18 or 19,000, you had to wait. Wow. We're going to say, like, how many years is that, huh? What's 945? Let's just do this real quickly. What's 945? I want to do the exact math, so I'm accurate on this. 945 divided by 365. 2.5 years. You had to wait 2.5 years if you were exposed at that level, at the high. You had to wait 2.5 years to get back to that position. And that was back in November of last year that you were able to do that, to get back into that position. So right now we're that much higher. A return to a level like this is possible. It's already happened once. We can go on a percentage basis, like the Fibonacci's work on a percentage level, and we can say, just realistically looking at the price here, guys, a decrease in 81%, right? You dropped off about 81%. Okay. So you dropped off 81%. Let's just imagine if that were to occur. Now, it may catch legs. It may go much higher. It may go much higher. But if we look at 81% drop off, maybe we could get Bitcoin at like $12,000. That sounds nice. That's the equivalent, the application of the equivalent drop off in price. May go lower than that, guys. May go lower than $12,000. It may not go anywhere near that for a while or ever. It may decide to go on up. Like JP Morgan, guys, the number one shop, you guys always want the right answers. JP Morgan said in January, didn't they? Huh? Let's look at what happened in January. Because JP Morgan said that Bitcoin would probably it may never see $40,000 again, right? And that was in January. It got up to $40,000. Well, the number one kind of lead broker institution, they were wrong, right? Yeah. So people with big degrees and usually who don't qualify their opinions, okay, they're wrong. People want an opinion. They want you can hire the upper crust, room full of suits from the Yale and Harvard and everything else, and they can tell you the wrong answer. They're on record with Bitcoin in terms of telling the wrong answer. So they get it wrong. People get it wrong. You couch in terms of probabilities. That's essentially what you need to do as you look at things. If you're not protected on the downside, if your current position is not protected, if you're not covered, I would take a serious look at that. And you must be in a position where you're able to do that. I'm going to assume that people that you're rational, that you understand that if you can't cover yourself, you're literally just willing to throw all of that and your entire experience out the door. I like to trade. I like the market. I enjoy this. So it's different for me. I have resource cash. I have backup, like foundational cash, because I like the market. That's why I'm not overexposed at any level. I mean, you don't want to say heavy or not heavy. It's still something, right? So, but I like it enough. I'm going to be here next year and the next year and the next year. It's just the truth. And you have the option of either guaranteeing that to yourself or guaranteeing that may not occur. So you're going to prove to yourself. I don't have to answer like, well, what do you think is going to happen here? I don't have to really answer that as much as I can encourage you. You're going to prove to yourself whether or not you want to be in the market or not. Have you prepared for that eventuality or not? What is your backup? You guys are very smart. So that's the right answer to kind of give someone who wants advice or they want a projection. We're fairly on with things, in terms of what we work on probabilities. But for me to sit here and say, well, JP Morgan got it wrong, but check this out. We're going to get it right. We can say that. But at the same time, we have to operate on kind of a logical level. Those are some smart guys. Those are big rooms full of smart guys. Yeah, you guys know that. Let's see. Let's just look at kind of some immediate price action here. Let's look at the fact that this is doing pretty well. This is okay. This level hit for Bitcoin. It's nice to see one of these levels hit, right? And you've already covered up on through the next level. Really? So you've made 36% just on the bounce of this level? Really? Wow, huh? That's a nice move. That's a nice entry, right? Yeah, that's not bad. That's a good move for Bitcoin. That's a lot of price action. You see how you make money going down? And what happened? Well, this level you only made. I mean, really, this level here, you only really made like what? 4 or 5%, barely even hit it. This did what? The lower level did what? It covered the higher level. You guys see what I'm talking about? This works. This approach works. It's almost like the market maker has an unwritten rule. I'm just going to tell you, it's almost like there's an unwritten rule that if you follow the pricing targets and follow the pricing targets, use the exchange software, operate reasonably in line with a rational market kind of mentality, exhibit that behavior, and if you blow through something, he's going to pick you up, and we'll cover that, all right? It's literally every time, and I spoke about this yesterday, out of the thousands that we have drawn and seen, the ones that have fallen through, every one of them has picked back up, every single one of them. And we've done thousands of these, have we not? I literally think we've done thousands of Fibonacci's. Everyone that has fallen through has picked back up. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, your top level fib got hit beforehand. You guys remember that. So right here, to expect it again, I'm not saying on the double. So glad, Emily. I'm so glad to have you here. That's just great. Hey, London, I'm covered over here. Good, because I want you in the market. It's nice to have you, huh? And have more limit orders set just in case there's a further drop. Awesome. So awesome. So thankful. Met you before today. Me too. Absolutely. And Lars, so great to have you. You'd be in deep if you're not taking what you learned last couple of weeks. Excellent. Excellent. So we're seeing the rebound even on like the big heavy mover, right? Bitcoin. Boom. Hitting its, target and up 37%. That's a huge day for people involved. Don't you think that maybe Elon saying the diamond hands, everything else, don't you think that maybe in that level and that crowd's kind of yeah, they kind of get it. So that's a nice convergence, point of convergence. As you switch time frames, your Fibonacci is going to change. Wherever you draw your Fibonacci, you guys know how to draw them. Just make sure whatever time frame you're on, you've redrawn it and you recalculate. You get into the microscopic, everything else, you can measure with microscopic, you can look at the entirety. But you're seeing how, even amidst this, because everyone's like, no, there's no way you're going to make money there. Well, yeah, you are. Yeah, you can. You already have. So don't let the charts lie to you. Understand your pricing targets. If you engage in rational, just a rational approach, will VIP stacking. What's up? Stacking cash. That is awesome, Ryan. I love that. Good. Very cool. I like the emojis. Very cool. All the market maker really asks for you to do, and I'm just going to tell you, it's Binance, the largest exchange. All the exchanges. All they really ask you to do is, they do give it to you. They don't ask you to do it. You don't have to do it, but they give you the pricing tool. If we had a pricing tool, this would just be amazing, because if we came out with a group and we were like, check it out, guys, we have a pricing tool. We have a pricing tool. All you have to do is use the pricing tool. You'd be like, no way, man. That's too good to be true. You tell me you have a pricing tool? You can tell me what price to get in at? Dude, we have to get into that. No, I want in. I want in. It's that easy, guys. It's literally given to us by the exchange. Now, you have to know how to draw them. You literally have to know, hello. Yeah, you have to know what you're doing, right? Yeah, which time frame are you on? Do you draw it within the, to the preceding channel? Are you out on the macro? Are you in on the micro? You have to know. You have to kind of apply some logic to it. It's not always intuitive. It's just nice to know low levels of exposure at the higher prices. As you go down, maybe double or triple down. Whatever keeps you in line with the demand curve, in my opinion, rational market behavior. More demand at lower levels. Why? Because the price is cheaper. You increase your position. So as these levels go down, you have more demand. You're not going to buy high to sell low. That's my big commentary against Michael Saylor and company. Selling out when it's clearly rounding over, right? Yeah, selling out when at 64 and 60,000 people just buy. Well, I guess you could surge on up through, but once you've hit a lower high. That's right, Ryan. If you're not green today, then join the VIP. Absolutely. Absolutely. So once you're frustrated and you're setting a lower high and you're still selling to people on the way down and you're retracing, that's when from a real logical standpoint, I start to say, well, those guys, huh? Now, I like Elon saying we have diamond hands. He's like, yeah, we are falling, but you watch this. Watch what we're going to do. He must have something, right? Because he has shareholders. And he's still playing the game, which is nice for us because he's still in the game. He's still in the hunt. And he's showing the rest of the crew how it's done while everybody else is selling out. And you guys watch this. Watch this with Elon. The big cruiser crowd over in the Lamborghinis and this and that, everything else that's cashing out. Liquidate my position. Okay. See, now they don't like Elon until Elon shows them how it's done. So keep an eye on Elon. He's the market mover. He's the boss, guys. He's the boss in terms of crypto right now. Other guys that want to complain about him, whatever it is, nah, they don't have it like him. Not at all. They never will. So I don't like people who seem to target him. I'm not real big into people being targeted, overly critical or anything like that. He's doing a great job. So, okay. What I would say, I agree with that, Ryan. If you guys are not green today, join VIP. I just think it's real easy because we have people that are in the green, heavily in the green, okay, to the tune of like 60%, 70%, like hitting targets. You can believe that's all the market maker asks you to do? Just hit the targets and take your profits, right? Hit your targets, take your profits. When you make money, you got to put it in your wallet. You got to put it literally in your digital wallet, whatever it is. When you hit your targets and keep your money. When you make money, you have to transfer it back over into your account. We'll give you the targets. We'll give you the software. That's where Jay was just talking about 60%. Scroll up in the deal here. Kent got a huge hit today. Nice trade, 60% already. So what the market maker is giving you, he's giving you the exchange is giving you the software, pricing software, real easy. I mean, a kid could do this. I'm sorry. In high school, could you guys do this? Yes. Right? So it's that easy. You have your prices, you have your entry points, right? You are more heavily involved at the lower prices, just in line with the demand curve. I don't know how else to say it so that people don't buy in too high, because then they come talk to me and they're like, well, London, I have a problem. I mean, I'm in too high. I'm overexposed. I'm stuck. I'm like, well, why? Just involve yourself. And this is the only way. It prohibits people from being over-involved, whatever you're in. Well, whatever you're involved at the higher level, whatever the great story is or otherwise, your ability to enter in at lower levels completely solves any complaint you could ever have about it. Because, I mean, from the price of probably oranges in Florida, if you look at the overall market, it's going to work on a Fibonacci. To the entirety, and I bring up the Tokyo Stock Exchange, literally the entirety of it may look like this, and it'll bounce on Fibonacci's. Like, soybeans, look at commodity prices, Fibonacci's. Like the retail prices of Hewlett-Packards, or the demand for, whatever it is, guys, it's going to work on a Fibonacci. It's built into pricing. So the fact that whatever it is, and like, well, I'm not happy about this or that, I'm not happy, well, on this one, this hasn't worked out. No, you don't ever have to worry about that. You've got pricing targets, you've got a tool, and if you guys find something different and you find some other things that just don't cooperate with a Fibonacci at all, they have no dynamic, a rise in price, and no structure at all along the lower points of retracement, along any kind of percentages, I would say that would be unnatural. Okay, because the Fibonacci's are tied in with nature, literally. Like the calculations, the whole thing, the whole idea behind them is that it provides kind of a natural order to something else. It's literally in line with like psychology, guys. It's down to the structure, like the formation of the very conduct behind what's generating the price. Sorry, it's a little bit beyond. You may get a little esoteric with it. That's not my intention at all. But I'd be very surprised if you can just put together. You'd have to really work at finding things that don't cooperate with Fibonacci's. You'd have to really go out of your way. So I know that anything that you're involved in, that you can solve it, the solution is just engaging at lower levels. Well, I don't like, let's say the option you would get to. Well, I don't like it well enough to want to invest more money. Okay, make sure you like what you're investing in enough, and I used to cover that extensively. Make sure you're willing, you love the story enough, particularly with Harmony One. I talked about this a lot. Make sure you like the story enough to where you're willing to invest at the lower levels with heavier amounts of cash. Like anything that I kind of qualify up, it's like with Matic right now. It's potentially a good alternative to kind of Ethereum, the way I understand it, right? Ethereum's got some problems, huh? It's okay. What a great technology. Everyone complains about it all day long. Gas fees and everything else. I mean, I think we're going to get through those days. I'm going to tell you, we need to get through those days with Ethereum. That's not a good market dynamic. We're kind of battling through that and trying to learn as a group, right? Yeah. And say, like, how bad is it almost? Let's get it. Well, how bad is it? What are the alternatives? While Matic is going on, what else can we do? What moves can we make? There's Matic is gasless. Getting that dynamic down, it needs to turn into an app, real smooth, no problem, bam, bam. It needs to become that. I think the market will develop into that. It's nice for us to have some degree of, some structuring around that mentality, though. That's nice. On Doge, I'm just going to say you should, excuse me, you should have one more of these. All right? You guys pay attention for a second. Let's go over some wave theory real quickly. It won't be boring. Now, you should have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and you should have a 5. Should. That's textbook. That's a textbook expectation of wave theory. There's a reason that if you go to this impulse wave, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a reason that this is here. Okay? You should. Just so that you know your expectations. You guys want to know, well, what's going to happen? What needs to happen? Tell it. Okay. In terms of technicals, you should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what the probabilities would suggest, is that you're going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. When or how or where or maybe not. Maybe there's a degree of variability here that it's just not going to compute and it's not going to happen. It's possible. It's feasible. Typically, if you stick with the technical analysis, it treats you well. And you can look back and say, yeah, that's just the expectation. We would have anticipated this fifth move. And it's always easier in hindsight that, well, yes. Now, you can explain, well, there's always variability, right? Well, there is always variability, of course. So in the context of that, just understand, we would expect another move to the upside. Okay? We would expect that move to the upside. It does not have to occur, but we would expect that. We would reasonably expect that. We also might reasonably expect a retracement along the line to the golden pocket. You just hit it on the with the candlestick on the wicks. We might expect that to actually occur. I'm not afraid to get down into that. Now, people just made massive amounts of cash, right, from the golden pocket that we've been talking about. Anyone who's paying attention and watched the channel enough, we've got that's a move of over 50%, right? That's over 50%. Boom. Beautiful day. Day's over. Day's over. Right? Beautiful move. Another 50% trade on Dogecoin. Just wham. Is it that drastic then? No. Is there any kind of emotion, negative emotion tied with anything? No, the exact opposite. You just hammered it. You just knocked it out of the park. The whole rest of the world is going to be suffering in their condition of grieving of the market losses. And you're the outlier. You're the 1%, okay, that's literally sitting in VIP, etc., that literally is saying, sweet, knocked it out of the park. God bless London Signal and Matic's recovery. I gained 61% today. Shout out to Jay. Love that those prayer hands. That's just awesome. Crypto noobs, thank you. Just everybody. You guys get this? It's not going to be the 95%. Well, our numbers are kind of down. Well, we have 80. We're working on like 80 VIPs. But yeah, we want to kind of recruit. It's like it's pre-boot camp, and maybe we need to go through boot camp too. I don't know, but we have the base camp. That's good enough, right? But we need some maybe kind of training, because not even the ones at VIP, it's like, well, he did it right. Well, even within that, it may be a percentage of, but you'll see people who have hot hands. And I bring up Kent Gifford because Kent has been, I want to profile him in addition to Jay, because I want to focus on the guys doing well. Jay, I like this house. It reminds me of the White House. I don't know why, from a distance, but that's kind of a nice Turkish, almost, something Tuscany or something. See a little star in the sky. That's nice. Like that. Supras, what's up? Now, I see you guys are following each other. I like that. Amor Fati and Harbor Tea Party. Everybody, you're following each other. That's good, right? Very good. You guys follow all these people in this VIP. Let's make sure we get that done. Who else did I want to talk about? Oh, Kent Gifford. Also, we'll talk about, clearly, Nikaya. 2 days ago, 10 grand. Hot hand then. Things kind of chilled out. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure you doubling down, tripling down, what you're doing. Have that approach, that cover approach. I don't want people getting washed out, okay? We like the group. Andrew, we got to hear what's going on from yesterday. What's the word? What's the strategy? I know you know your technicals. What's going on, brother? What are you playing? What moves are you making? This is the good group. You guys, you got to be sophisticated. You got to understand your pricing targets. Yeah. Joshua, you're new. Yeah, you got your Fibonacci's. You got your pricing targets. How you working? You hit your levels on the micro, on the macro. You guys understand. We got Jay. We got Ryan. It's just, I can go on and on. Lars, we got, all of you understand. We got 80 of you now. Where am I? Let me see. Getting into, well, maybe I can't find. All right, so we talk about, Hector, where are you at? The boat floats. I like it. But where are you at, guys? Where are you at? B1 Life, where are you? It's not just a decision of what you want to invest in. That's not the question. It's at what price. I keep saying that. It's at what price. It's not what you want to invest in. We all love a good story, right? Absolutely. It's at what price. The price allows you to make a profit. So at the right price, at the right strike price, right? As we look at Dogecoin, right? This price that we've been talking about for a while, this 61.8, we covered it 20 times if we covered it once, right? Yeah. That price has given you a profit. If you entered into a limit order, it's giving you a profit now of 60, 65%, right? Beautiful. Well done. Nice. Targeted price action. And you made some cash today while everyone else is falling apart. It's not what you want to invest in. We love the story. We can come up with a good story for about any investment, guys. We can tell half the story or we can tell the whole story. And people like the story. But if there's not, it's at what price? Well, I made a big decision. I'm going to get involved in Dogecoin or Bitcoin. All right. That's part of the equation. But the real question is at what price? Period. Because at the wrong price, you don't make any cash. You lose. So just understand as we look at the dynamic from 2018 to kind of what's carried over now, just heavy cash on the downside. Why? Because I fully anticipate that if this were to crash all the way down to the floor, that we will have another acceleration event in the future, and that your dollars that are maintained at the lower levels, and no one will want to go through this, but that you can make millions of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars. if the market picks back up, which it has shown that it has wanted to pick up. It may never get down to those lower levels. We may build on this Fibonacci. We may need to get there, like on Dogecoin. We may need to actually get there on the line. And it may take some time, not a flash crash, pick some stuff up and head on. Right? May need to get down here and then work its way up slowly. We should have another trajectory to the upside. That's just it. That's part of wave theory. That's the reason. If you click underneath this T box here, if you click underneath that, there's a reason that it says impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a reason that is there. There's a whole theory behind it. Per that theory, it's not my opinion. It's not advice. It's a theory. You can study it in college. You can study out of college, right? It's just a theory. It applies to the markets. It's typically very well accepted, as is the golden pocket, the retracement. So we're not talking about anything extraordinary. Maybe we're getting some comfort from understanding these things. It puts it into context. Why you believe, that you're engaged in something that's losing money or it's making money. It gives you a different way to frame your mind. It lets you hopefully enjoy the market. It's a level of sophistication and understanding of how things operate in the market. It's part of the theoretical approach. It's part of the kind of the academic approach, right? And kind of the practical approach in terms of how things are going to go forward. But it gives that descriptive language to it. It lets us sit around and talk about, well, that was so great. You remember in 2021 when it hit the golden pocket? Oh, it was just great. On the second, oh, wow. It gives it's I don't know. It's a little stuffy, right? It's like, horse jumping. I watched some horse jumping today. I don't know why. I decided to watch some horse jumping. And I just thought it was interesting to watch. I've trained in dressage in the past, just, very highly technical style horse riding in Florence. I've done that, Italy. And I just think it's interesting to watch the horses go and just bam. Just jump over. And I wanted to watch that today as people are executing their pricing targets. And it's marvelous to watch the horses just go and trot and miss and approach and wham. And when they land, boom boom. And they have that strength to hold up, boom boom, like that. And I was just watching that today, and it was just very interesting, just watching like the dynamics of horses just kind of jump over things. And I was just spending some time doing something different because the whole market, everyone is just falling apart. And it's like we start to not like the market. You have to be in the mindset when things go down, you're going to make money. That's it. You want to buy low and sell high? Well, guess what? The price has to come down to pick you up so that he can bring you back up so you can sell it high. That's just it. The whole rest of the market is going to go sideways. They're going to be the ones that are, they've gone nuts. They don't like the market anymore. You need to be the group. Honestly, you have to be the group that appreciates the fact that it's coming down to pick up your orders at your pricing targets. If not, you need to join the other you need to understand you're part of the overall framework of the market. You're not operating necessarily rationally because, we all love to get on this train where things are just going to go up, through the roof and to the moon forever. That's not realistic. Markets don't do that. They do not do that. They go up and they retrace. They go up and they retrace. They always go up and they always retrace. Sometimes they go down and they retrace up. Right? So as that occurs, you have to be part of the group that understands this, that we're not just talking about pricing targets. We're not just talking about every time I draw a Fibonacci, I'm literally laying out all of the pricing targets. That is our pricing tool. And you engage more cash at the lower levels. It just goes without saying. That's exactly it. Now you can sit there and just hope that the price never goes down. You can. And a lot of people have done well on Dogecoin, saying 6 cents or 007 or before then. Yeah, they've done well, right? And they've just held and held and held. That's fine. We've done well on the show the last week and a half. If someone has just held, those are opportunities. Those opportunities are there. But as things get really highly volatile, you just are you okay with that right now? Maybe. It's going to be your decision, but it's just at the end of the day, buy low, sell high. That's the whole idea. If You want to buy low and sell high, and the prices are coming down towards you so that you can fulfill your orders. You have to be excited about that. You have to be happy about that. The overall market rationale is going to be, oh, there's terror. And, I think the screen emoji that I put on here is a sheep that is, with fire all around it. It's not nice. He's not burning or anything like that, but it's just, this is the day, right? That everything is just, it's caught the market, there's been a small fire in the market, right? This fire sale, let's say a fire sale. So just understand, when you look at things, understand when the price goes down, that's good for you. You're going to be able to achieve a profit. Look at the profit on Matic. Very nice. People who were able to get in, let's just say the 50% retracement. 70%. Day's over. The whole day's over. Period. That's it. Beautiful. Right? Same thing with Dogecoin. Same thing. That was 70% on Matic. These are the two we've been talking about. We've been talking about Dogecoin. Literally, we've been talking about the golden pocket. Whether or not we're going to hit it, who prepared for it at all? Did you have orders in? Yeah, I mean, it's real simple. 60%. Day's over. Beautiful. You want to hold it? I don't know. It's nice to make 60%. Just killed it, right? Like Kent made 60% on another one he had chosen. Killed it. He totally killed it. I spent a lot of time with Kent. I wanted to bring up his profile. He's a great guy. VIP just because he is. What's up? What's up, boss? Boss man, 60% today. That's what's going on. Period. That's alpha. Alpha is the percentage by which you beat the market. Look at that. Beautiful. That's real nice. The percentage by which you beat the market. Kent and I have done sessions, literally, one-on-one, reinstilling alpha. It makes me so happy, Kent, to know that today you slammed it out of the park. That's alpha, bro. And he's been studying hard. He's been working on stuff, and we've spent a lot of time, guys. Like in session, like hours, arduous hours. Not always easy too. I mean, disagreements. Like, well, come on now, listen. This is textbook, Kent. This is textbook. Like, okay, fine. Fine. He's kind of indignant. That's okay. Now, he's got the ability to kind of push forward. He's like, well, what do you think's going to happen here? I'm like, it's in the textbook. You got to look at, he doesn't like that answer a lot of times. Like, he just wants to know the answer sometimes. So it's fun. We have a good time. But yeah, today he cleaned up. So in terms of Crypto Kingdom, you guys need to know. You may hear some people gripe, well, this or that, well, whatever happened, or someone's disgruntled. Yeah, Kent. Yeah, you guys just got, everyone got hammered by Kent. Kent has stuck with the program. He's done very well. We spent some great time together. And I have nothing but positive things to say about him. He's dedicated. He read. He did the work. He understands what the game is. So just beautiful move, Kent. Fantastic job. VIPs in the house. If you didn't do what he did today, pay attention to what he's doing in the chat rooms. Like, he's a great example. You also have Jay in the chat rooms. Pay attention to what Jay did in the chat rooms. You got Hector that's being schooled up by the New York Finance Institute. Pay attention to what Hector's doing. Okay? You guys pay attention to, to Andrews drawing out great charts. You guys want to make 50, 60%. And this is the outlier club. And it's not on options. I'm bringing that up because people can get washed out on options. The other people trading options and going real heavy on this and that. And guys, it's just like, it's not necessary. So understand that we've got the dynamics in the VIP room that's what's going on. You guys have those experiences to work with, and it's just what's nice is that goes down on the record books with us. Overkill Marine in the house. What's up, Overkill Marine? Nice to see you in the chats. So that's the dynamic you've built. You guys understand that we're in the money, right? We have kind of the leaders that are pushing, doing well. If you're not doing what they've done, what did they do? They worked the Fibonacci's. How many Fibonacci's have we drawn? Thousands. Why do we draw them? Every single one. Every single one. Why? Because they give us pricing targets. What are you supposed to do with a pricing target? You're supposed to use them. That's where your orders are. Yes, there's a secret tool, literally, not literally, guys. You would have to understand that this is kind of like you have to explain it like this to someone because they would never understand. And if you presented it like them to, like, you know, you presented this to someone who wasn't involved in the market, they might say, well, hold on. There's a pricing tool that will allow me to know which price to get in at to go ahead and profit. I might consider that. The market's too risky. But I might consider something like that. What's the success rate? You know, even when someone who's very conservative, they're going to get into, like, that's a phenomenal way to approach things. I would at least agree that that's a nice way to approach it. Yes. You know, even the most conservative guy is going to say that, right? Yeah. So it's you know, we're not defying logic. This is something, you know, very, and you guys all know that. You're like, we get it. All right, fine, we get it. You know, maybe you did it or you didn't do it. If you don't have limit orders, you need to get them. Like yesterday. Do a KYC, know your customer authentication with like Voyager is real easy, guys. I think Voyager, I'm not sure if they have Matic. That'd be one thing. Check if they have Matic. But if you're sitting on if you're sitting on a screen with like crypto.com and just, you know, you can try and do that. You may have some good trades, but you know, there's only so much time in the day. You know, you gotta automate this stuff. I know you don't like Robinhood. I'm not a big fan, right? But if it's got limit orders, if it's got something, you know, it becomes real easy just to say, all right, well, just wait. Today I'm going to decide I want to make 10% here and there. That's fine. I know this is coming in. Guys, with all the moves that you have going on, do not get freaked out by this market. This does not affect me at all. Look at this. All red, beautiful. Does that affect me at all? Not at all. Is this like an illusion? Probably. Why? Because people made massive amounts of money today. People did extremely well. Which group? The right group made massive amounts of money. The other people don't. And this is not a sales line. This is not a tag and pitch. No, this is, it's not well, that's a fanciful dream. No, it's not. It's using pricing targets, and it consistently happens, particularly during a retracement or a fall off. And you're able to make cash like that. That's the whole idea of trading, using pricing targets, entering at lower levels with heavier amounts of money. That's it. It's easy. And if you think you have a way that's easier, beautiful. You bring it to me because I want to know it. If it's buy and hold forever, great. I just want to know how that worked out in 2018. That's all I want to know. How'd that work out in 2018? Because Ethereum it dropped 95% of its value. So that's the only thing. If you just want to buy and hold, I just want to know how'd that work out in 2018. I'd rather trade, and I'd rather be able to apply my skills in a market that's at 60,000 with Bitcoin or a market that's at 5,000 with Bitcoin, and I can still trade at 5,000 with Bitcoin. Maybe make more money at 5,000 because it's at a lower price and may have some more volatility, maybe some more predictability. And as the rest of the market cools off and, well, no one's interested now, maybe things become more technical. Maybe there's better patterns. Maybe it's a situation where I can do that kind of, like we want to do something like kind of full time. Not everybody is gearing and chomping at the bit and all this, a lack of predictability and a Saturday Night Live here or there. No, it's just more predictable. It's all very technical. It's all very, not everyone's wearing it on their French cuffs with the diamonds on them, huh? Little Bitcoin just on the cuffs, huh? It doesn't have to be that. The dynamic of what you're involved in is not necessarily all about the hype and the pizzazz. And we all enjoy nice things. Yeah. We enjoy nice things. We like that, the pizzazz. We like the kind of the exposure, etc. But really we like the returns. We focus on this move here. Where did it hit and why? How do we do that? The guys that are involved in the crypto kingdom, right? The VIPs, hello. Poster dude, what's up? Hello. Why? Because Kent and I have worked directly. I've worked directly with him in session. Hours, right? Directly in session. Beautiful. Today, he made 60%. Boom. All right? He knows what I'm talking about. He knows what a Fibonacci is, and he knows when things are falling down. I've seen Andrew, I'm going to bring you up again because I know that you have good charts. But that's what we should expect. I'm not going into, a complete, like, let's digest it again. This is what a Fibonacci is. Guys, you know that. I'm more concerned now about developing additional, like more sophisticated streams and more sophisticated kind of framework of what you guys can enjoy. See, look, Andrew, boom, up 25% on the dips. Yeah, up 25% right now. What's up? Beautiful. Bravo. What's up? I knew you did well. I can tell from your framework what you're involved in. Beautiful couple. Texas. You remind me of Crenshaw. There you go. That's a compliment, brother. That's it. I was like, who do you remind me of? You remind me of Crenshaw. What's up? Yes, sir. That'll work. My best, one of my close friends here in town is former commander of Coronado. For 3 years, he was the lead instructor over Coronado. Cool dude. But yeah, I've been wondering, like, who does he remind me of? I've seen you enter. I'm like, who? This is bothering me. I'm like, you remind me of Crenshaw. You got the same, kind of. You probably got military genetics. They probably designed you and your family. Like, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. In the preceding generations, not sure. But you got some good genes. You guys look great. You just look happy too. That's Crenshaw's always got a good smile on his face. You guys look like stout Texas people. That's good. So Andrew's up 25%. Very good. It's not always it just bears repeating sometimes because the market kind of fluctuates, right? So I'm more interested now in, like, what can I provide in terms of programming, in terms of a good environment for you guys to be in, something that's conducive to you guys interacting. That's a little different because, no, guys, I don't want and you guys know I don't want the whole Reddit crowd, right? I mean, we don't necessarily want that, huh? Right? So, and I'm just, honestly, guys, I'm real big. Someone hops in here and says, Bitcoin's heading to 64,000. Right? That's it. He's gone. I could care less if people want to, I want to cater to this person, that person. I want to, someone wants to, I want to, we need, we have to incorporate just, if you're going to get in here and shill an idea or this or that, or it's just, you're gone. That's it. Well, you ban someone? Yeah, I do. It's like a, moderator function. That's just it. I don't want, that's it. Just ciao. Very low threshold, me, with anybody in here that wants to talk or this or that or anything else. Oh, you do that? Yeah, just say one thing, you're gone. That's it. Just because we don't have time to mess around with it. We have people making money that understand the process, that are doing very well. Be nice. Engage in positive discussion. Don't lead people into believing things that are not true. I am not big on facilitating any type of discussion that's going to involve an unnecessary or a high degree of risk for people. Not at all. Period. The sailors and the Michael Saylor, whatever else, are going to push an agenda with a nice quote and everything else, and wrap up some ideals and some courage to you guys to go leverage your savings, your IRA equivalent into a huge position on Bitcoin at the top. Not me. You hear me talking about cash on the downside, cash, lower levels of cash, foundational cash, resource cash during that whole time. Why do I repeat that? Because you need to re-expose yourself to that on a consistent basis. Because when you're up 20%, you're up 25% on the dips, you're up 60%, you start to think, well, I could play this a little bit heavier. I think I can. Yeah. You always have to have backup for your backup. You always have to have that, and that's what will keep you in the game. You guys like to trade. That's what will keep you in the game. Right? It'll keep you in the in the market. Let's say in the market. It doesn't have to be a game. Then it's not a game, right? Then it's a strategy you have. So, good job. Let's see, 15, 26. Let me see. At 15, entry at 26. That's good. That's good. So we hit my entry at 26, right? On Dogecoin. Yeah, we did. That's good. It was a little bit aggressive to get the job done. Good. You guys hit, 48 to 50% on my entry price here. That's good. That's a good job. I shared that with you guys, right? Yeah. You guys do your own. You can do your own, right? But it's nice that I was able to share that with you. That's just easy. That's a 40 to 50% trade. Boom. That's just clockwork. Easy. It's like, what time is it? It's quarter to 1 or whatever. It's that easy. It's that easy. Pricing target, you got it. You can do it yourself, no problem. Can you look at your watch? Yeah, what time is it? No, you can tell me what time it is. Simple stuff. Simple stuff. You guys got the pricing targets. VIP's got pricing targets. That's just it. That's the group that wants them. And I say that to reinforce with you guys as well that you guys are the ones that want that. You want a pricing target. Because some of you do want, it's not the group to say, maybe you're long term on something. Maybe you want something that, we believe it's going to go to $5 to $8 to $10. Okay, great. That's fine. How are you on the trades today? On alpha, you're going to beat this. I'll just tell you, as the price goes up, just on the whole, guys, well, the price went up 1,000%. That's nice. It's maybe hard to beat some of these moves. It's also very difficult to predict, right? Once you start getting some momentum in something that's been sitting around for a while, yeah, you can start to be a part of it. But I tell you, we will knock the heck out of your returns in terms of where you guys, what you're doing. Like during these areas right in here, we will absolutely hammer your returns. We will absolutely achieve alpha all over the place. We are in and out. We have targets all over the place. We are in, we are out. We are in, we are out. In and out. We are in and out. And we are in today, we're out. Literally just carving this up. It's nice to have a good position. It's nice to, I tell you, it's just, and something as volatile as this, my own personal preference, I don't enjoy, and you can get used to it. You can become accustomed to it. I just don't enjoy that level of volatility. I don't necessarily like being, I won't say exposed to people, but I feel for them. Anyone who had a position of, say, $1 million in here at 45 cents that went down to $350,000 in mid-April. That's a big move. They went down to 350 grand from a mill. That's kind of a bad week. Things at the house might be a little difficult. Are you holding up okay, right? How are the kids? You start asking those questions, and it's kind of like, and not that that's any of my business, but that's some heavy stuff to go through. And then all of a sudden, your friend's gone, right? And it's like, hold on, that was my friend. Well, I know, but they just got leveraged out, and you wind up losing a friend. You find out someone get a divorce or something else. You understand? Because the other flip side of that is, well, the mentality is I held it through from 45 cents down to lower than 20 cents, 65% loss in the value, and I went from $1 million down to 350,000. I couldn't take it anymore. I sold it, Well, then you get a divorce. Then you get it, and I'm just telling you guys, that's when things fall apart, right? And the same mentality that'll get involved in that and go through that roller coaster ride will get involved at the 45 cents. Because we just believe in it. Oh, okay, you believe in the all right. Nothing wrong with fundamentals. I love believing in something. I don't invest in anything unless I believe in it. Like nothing at all. I don't invest in anything unless I believe in it. That's that foundational. The fundamentals have to be there. You guys know that. The same mentality that will hold through when you're supposed to buy low, sell high. The same mentality will buy. Okay, that will watch the 65%, essentially erasing of 65% of the value of your holdings, that same mentality will buy high. We don't buy high. We, meaning rational market participants, we don't buy high. If you're buying high, I bet you're selling low. If you're buying low, like what happened today with multiple people, like with Kent, like with Andrew, like VIPs, right? Here's Kent, 60%. Where's Jay? 60 to 70%. If you're doing that, right? If you're doing that, then you're not buying high. You're not watching, you're probably not different mentality. You're not watching things erased to the tune of 65% of your holdings. You're probably, from what I've been able to kind of see or experience, probably maybe you're having better relationships. Maybe you're things aren't as volatile in terms of things just aren't, maybe things are going a little bit better. I'd say. Interesting idea. Interesting concept, right? Yeah. Maybe things are going a little bit better, huh? I don't know. If you're not watching, 65% of the value of something disappear, right? Yeah. So that's a good thing. That's what we want to focus on, is that level of rationale that we can kind of reinforce amongst the group. And that's nice, guys. That's kind of powerful, right? Yeah, that brings value to what you guys are doing. That's the right kind of dynamic to try and create. So it's not just, hey, we found a new hot coin. Hey, we found a new hot investment. No, it's like, that's worthwhile to find some people in life that want to reinforce like your quality of life. Not just like, well, good trades, good ideas. Not necessarily just that, right? Hey, Lars, bought Doge at 21 cents this morning and sold at 39. Yes. Lars, love that, huh? Lars, yes. So happy, huh? That makes me so excited. Getting on down the track. I love that. I love that photo too, Lars. Love that. Lars, VIP. That is so nice, huh? Yes. Let's look at that. 21 and sold at 39. Just pricing targets. She had pricing targets. From 21. That's just nice, huh? 21 to 39. 80%. She made 80% today. Boom. That is quality trade dynamic and programming. What is up, Lars? Yes. That's for Lars, for Kent, and for Andrew, and for Jay, and everybody else who's made money. Good job, huh? 80%, 60%, 60%, over 20% on Andrew. What's up, huh? Now you guys see the dynamic. What's going on? We'll probably have more stories. When this stuff happens, when the whole rest of the market, when it looks like this, and it's just emotional to look at it. You have to say, well, when you look at it, it becomes emotional. We need to reverse the colors, huh? If we turn it all green, like, oh, that's nice, huh? It just becomes that. Like, if I do this, let's see if I can do this. It won't let me do that. If I do this, shoot. Come here. You come here. Even that, the red, when it goes green, oh, that's nicer, right? We're programmed with the colors and everything, right? It's just weird. When it's all green, it's like, oh, right, we're making money. Strange, huh? But you see how well the group is doing. Very nicely done, Lars. That's just, everyone's excited, huh? Yeah, right? We got 2, 3, 4 people doing well. That's just great. And so you guys become competitive. And what's nice, I provide pricing entries, right? I post them up. You guys know Fibonacci's. But like me doing that, it's like, and I did this on Doge. You guys know this. I did this on Doge, not on necessarily not on, but you all did it on Doge, Matic, whatever. But it's just nice. Okay, those are pricing targets. That's on the aggregate. Okay, and you're gonna do it. So when you did it micro versus macro, Matic worked out to a interesting degree. You have maintained. How have you maintained this line on the line chart? This previous we talked about the previous kind of resistance turning into the support. How in the world, huh? Matic is just. It is what it is, but you guys, some of you have made some major cash on that as well. Nice deep dig. Market maker just like, wham, come here, guys. Let's get on up here, huh? Same thing on Doge. We focus a little bit on Doge because it just, I don't know. It's on a big trip down. There's a lot of history in Doge. You guys know that, right? There's a lot of people with history in Doge. Like we've been here a long time. You guys have been around Doge for a while. Matic's kind of a recent, you know, it doesn't have as much built-in, I don't know, kind of sentiment to it, huh? Doesn't have that same level of kind of a market sentiment necessarily. So let me try to get this screen to where it looks nice for you guys to look at. Definitely nice. These screens have different, there we go. That's kind of a nice representation of the RSI and the price action. Look at that. Beautiful chart. Beautiful chart. That looks great. So yeah, those pricing targets were hit. Congratulations, Lars. It's fun, huh? You guys get to see, they got it, huh? They did it. And it's nice if you guys are playing lightly enough to where it's like, well, you know, you're not going to break the bank, right? Yeah, well, that's good, right? You're going to be around because we like situations. So we wind up liking a day like this. You guys understand that? We like this day. Now, if you're not cutting it didn't work out for you, figure out what they did. And we don't have to repeat. Just hop in the Twitter, hop in the exclusive VIP access, and ask them what they did. It's really easy. That's all it takes. And Lars or Kent or Andrew or Jay or me or anyone else who understands what is to be done, then it's going to be real easy. That's the VIP group. That's what we do. We're into technicals, and so we've attracted that group that's also into technicals, right? Yeah. So good work. That's really. I think it's relatively easily said, and relatively easily done, right? I'm just going to say that. I think that's relatively easily done. Not everyone's going to say that it's easily done, but I just don't see it as being that complicated. I just don't see it being that complicated. I think other people see it's pretty easy too. So if days like this bother people, I'm not one of those people. I'll just say that. Let's see. I'm redoing our goal because someone joined as a base camp, and it counts those. I want to stay true to it. 01/2021. There we go. There we go. Back to 79. Make sure I keep that accurate for you guys as you look at your figures. It's 79. I don't count the base camp is not VIP. It's not. It's a different level of. You don't get all the same chart. They want the charts. They want that interaction. So that's what they're scheduled up to doing in that private chat, private listserv, and the private private DM, etc. We looked at maybe doing a conference call or a private stream today because of the market and the way it was going. You know, people were serious and everything else, and well, it's kind of fallout. You look at this though. This is just chill talk. This is just, this is very, this is everyone understanding that, the price has to go down to meet the pricing targets. So it's not, there's nothing, when prices go down, I get excited because I understand that you guys are going to be executing your trades. And if you're not executing your trades at lower prices, I'm concerned about whether or not, I'm just concerned about whether or not you're executing trades at higher levels. Because I don't think that's very intelligent to go after from a standpoint of market intelligence, to go after and buy high to sell low. Always resource foundational cash at lower levels. Like heavier amounts of cash. Just demand curve. As the price goes down, there will be more what? More demand. Real simple. At real expensive prices, there's just not much demand. It's just not really yeah, it's just not. Yeah, it's not real conducive to an increased amount of cash. So yeah, we'll see what kind of occurs. We'll see as things go forward. We're kind of in this, still kind of retracement. We're stuck along this 50% line. Now it can take off from there, absolutely. If it wants to kind of start rebuilding, start that engine up, see what it wants to do. If it's frustrated by Bitcoin or whatnot, a lot of the different dynamics can occur. What's nice? What's nice are the people that got in today and decided to bam, just walk out to the punching bag. We're gonna have a good 10-minute workout here. I'm gonna put together my pricing targets. I'm gonna pop, bam. I'm gonna hit this bag for a few minutes, get things worked up, and then bam, that's it. Phew. That was nice, huh? Nice workout. Phew. Just hit, what was that? 50, 60%. Boom. Yeah, maybe I'll hit that tomorrow. That's nice. Get my workout in, get my blood flow and everything else like that. That's good, huh? Oh, you never boxed. Oh, you don't know. Let me show you a few techniques, huh? Okay, here, when you do this, you need to stand like this. Boom, boom. That's it. Oh, that's easy. I'll work on that. Okay, so it's a 1, 2. There you go. Real easy. Just go hit. You hit that workout. Hit the gym for a minute. Just real easy. Go hit the punching bag. Enter in my my little orders. I got my little pricing targets, and there you go. Bam. That was good. I'll probably work out again tomorrow. Ooh, look, it's red. Everybody else is losing money. Well, all right. That's okay. How was your workout? That was good, man. I'm going to work out again tomorrow. Cool. So you guys are pretty good at trading, yeah? Oh, yeah, we have a good workout routine, Yeah. We know how to, you know what you're doing, right? Yeah. You buy low, sell high. Oh, okay. You don't just like buy anytime. You actually have, the technique to it. Kind of like, crouch down, right? Pop, pop, bam. Huh? Remember like Cinderella Man, right? Great movie, yeah? Pop, pop, bam. That's you guys, right? That's you understanding, yeah, okay. Drop, pop, hit your target, pop, then bam. You got your exit, right? About that, huh? You got to get down in the price, you got to hit your target, and you got to get out. You enter your orders, buy, sell, boom. That's it. Maybe you watch it to see, okay, what's the tolerance on this? It's coming to get me. It's coming down to me. Great. That's good. I hope it picks us up. You have to get there in your trading to where you understand that when the price is diving down to you amidst in the action in the day, that's when you know it's like it's coming down. Yes. And what do you know? I have backup cash. If you don't have the price barreling down to you, you have no idea what I'm talking about at all. You've never done it. That you have the price barreling down to you and you literally understand, I have backup cash, right? Because that's the only thing that makes sense at that time period. Is like, yep, come on down, pick up my orders, and I have backup cash underneath me at the next level. If you blow through the first level, you're like, yep, that's why I have backup cash. If you don't understand that, you've probably never put in an order at a lower level. Because when you're there at the lower level and it's barreling down towards you, you understand, yes, and I have backup cash in case you want to bleed on down through this and, make a hole in the floor here. That's why that makes sense. It doesn't need to get to the lower level. But when you have it barreling down like that, just literally, Grand Canyon style, right, then you understand, we have the lower levels, right? We have the backup resource cash. That just makes sense. That's how you cover yourself. Because you get wiped out on it. Well, I put a stop loss in. Hey, there you go. Took you 10%. The market maker will push down through your stop loss a lot of times. You guys know that. You have to be able to ride that down. And that's why I say, okay, you got the backup resource cash. Down through to the kind of foundational levels you get into, the heavier amount of like real big resource cash, really, really down below. You may play higher. I'm not going to get into exactly how you guys play, but I want, and I have, and I structure things to where my resource cash is available for these real serious lower levels in anything that I'm kind of interested in. And that's that's something to get to. And at that point, it becomes, okay, now I can literally just leverage in this amount of cash into like if we ever wind up in that, I can make the decision at that point and discuss it with myself and whomever in terms of, I think this makes an excellent like foundational resource, kind of a move for the long term. Let's say the next year and a half, I'm willing to do this. The strategies you get down there may change a little bit. You may still be trading. You may be trading somewhere else. You may never get there. But at least you can make that decision and you have the cash able to deploy at those lower levels. Those are the people who make money in the markets. Both on, being responsible and engaging and having a great time, and around here, doing well. I mean, enough exposure, right? You have enough exposure. I mean, it counts, right? I mean, it's got to count, or it's not going to be worth your time. Some people want to do this full time. Some people do this full time. It has to make sense. So just remember the half court shots. The people with the half court shots making it on the options and everything else, and screaming and all this great stuff and parties and boats and all that good stuff. Just remember that half court shot at the Lakers game, right? And the contest, and the guy, I can't believe it. We went to the game and he made it from a half court shot. Yeah, okay, well, that happens every now and then. It does. A lot of times it's just the air ball, it didn't hit anything, just push, it just threw it straight to the floor. Just, a lot of times on options, that's what happens. A lot of you are thinking about options right now. And that's okay. But just focus on the fibs, focus on these Fibonacci's, what we do. You guys had a great day. I'm very, very happy to see Lars that you had. Our group's just doing great. VIP doing excellently well. Lars, what'd you make, 80%? I'm going to post that into the VIP because that's dynamic. That is great. Lars, great work. VIP returns are huge today. Boom, while the whole market's down. Right? Beautiful work. Kent, I want to give you a shout out too. Andrew, I want to give you a shout out. And I'll document all of you guys doing great, but document it yourself. I just put Lars in here. She's super sweet. It's a pleasure to have her. So, yeah, you guys document that up. Make sure, Kent, you document that up. Andrew, make sure you document that up. And let us know how great you're doing. That's what we want. While all this is down, I do a gut check, and it's like, good. I mean, I don't mind, because that has let us make money. Look at that, because it's just drastic. Look at it. But that's let everybody make money. Well, are you holding? The relevance is that people have cashed out and accomplished trades at 50, 60, 70, and 80% today on the consistent, multiple people. That's the angle. The angle is not, well, we have to hold the line. You can hold the line. I would rather say, go learn what they did in the VIP group right now. And since everyone's losing money and concerned right now, why don't you guys go hop into it? If you're not a VIP member, join. And maybe I'll make a video, and I'll do that today, and I'll feature some of you guys. I'd rather spend time positively featuring that, letting the YouTube algorithm know that that you guys are doing well. Hit the like button. We got 50 people watching. We got 19 likes. Hit the like button. I'm gonna go like the rest of your days and watch what's going on in the VIP room. I'm gonna go like the rest of my day. I'm not in this group. Look at this. We're not in this group, this big red group. No, not at all. We're in the money. We're doing well. So all the time that can be spent in terms of retalking and this and that, you guys get it. You already got it. And if you don't, go get it. Go in the VIP room and get it. If you want to join VIP, join us. And I'll receive notification, and we'll deal with with getting you into the room. That's easy. That's the team that's doing well. So congratulations. We will roll from here, and I'll just let you guys have a good day, and we'll focus on something fun. I expect what? More positive price action from you guys if we go down. That's it. That's my expectation. If you're not there and you're in the VIP, guess what? Get there. Go in and start asking questions. Figure out what's going on. Right? Get with the program, because the program's right in front of you. It's literally staring you in the face. So me talking about the program over and over, it's right in here. It's literally that you've got the characters right here who know what to do. Start asking questions. Get with it. What are they reading? What are they doing? What does this mean? What's the approach? I mean, we got Lars, 80%, beautiful. She has time amidst her marathon. I mean, 5K, 10K, not sure. She has time with that and kids and everything else. Well, just 80% on the side. It's just not rocket science. It's a good expression of normal market behavior at the price targets expressed by the Fibonacci's. Bam. We have it in 2 seconds, all calculated. It's the secret sauce here, the secret recipe of how to make profits. It's built into every trading program you have. And literally, all you need to do is make sure that you have more cash available at lower levels than at the top levels. You don't buy high. There's not more cash at the top levels than at the lower levels. That's it. It's that complicated, believe it or not. It's that easy, guys. So to all the people who did well today, that exhibited like good market behavior, you guys are rocking it. You guys, please load up. Please load up for the community in this tab. All right, in this exclusive VIP access. Load up in there and let people know how you did. People who didn't do well, start talking, start learning in here. Let this be the kind of place you need to engage in, all right? And that you can learn. And that's for all of you. You did a great job. I'm going to let you enjoy your day. Go chill. Take the day off. Have a good time. If you did real well, spend some time in that room and make sure that you talk to people who want to learn to do what you did. Kent, I spent some time working with you, and I've always said, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach him how to fish, feed him for a lifetime, or you can what? I've always said, Kent, or you can teach him how to teach people how to fish. Then the whole city, the whole nation eats, right? So, maybe start teaching some other people, just here and there, just what you kind of know. Spend some time doing that because you've gotten some. You guys have gotten some great instruction. You've learned a lot. So way to go! You guys have done a great job. This is London with the Crypto Kingdom. We'll be back. Probably shoot a video and we'll see what else we can make interesting. But we love the red. We love this. We love it. It doesn't bother us at all. We're that 1% today. You guys did well, and I'm really very, very excited for you, and we'll be back with more soon. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and be sure to eat well, sleep well, and invest in those relationships that you always knew were important before you started investing. Make sure you nurture those, and especially as you're up and everything else. You go hug the people you love and let them know how great things are going, right? What a great day. I'll talk to you guys soon. We'll be back with more